Oh, whoopsie. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Give me 1 second. Yes, hello Shira, hello Rogue, hello Lily, not your father by the way. Hello Steph, hello Flower Girl, and hello Vile Garden, hello Moochin, hello Sunstar Kitty, and yeah, that's about it. Yes, hello. Music is back indeed. Hold on. Let me actually try to turn down the... Alright, I think that's like a good sound. Alrighty. Yes, hello Cappuccino, welcome to the stream. Discovered how to watercolor on IBS Paint. Oh, nice. I sucks at digital art. It'd be like that sometimes. Alrighty. Are you really named after a basketball player? Kinda. Sorta, kinda. Can you please draw anime? I will draw. Although whatever I do draw will be whatever I want to draw. I don't know what I'll draw. Okay, today is the... Hello Fleeing Sunlight, welcome to the stream. Today's the 6th. Okay, cool. Sorta, kinda. Close enough. Can you draw Hyunjin? No. I'm sorry. Alrighty. I will do my first drawing of the day. I spent basically... You've acquired $40 today. That's actually good. Nice work. Yeah, I spent most of this day trying to set up the... I got a new PC, so I was trying to set it up. What you got planned today? Nothing. Just gonna draw, as always. Can you draw with a pen on a paper? I can do that. Why can't I draw idols? I can, I just don't want to. If I wanted to, I would have done it. Hello, May the Emu. Okay, that's probably what I want, actually. Alrighty. Thanks, Dennis. No problem. Draw an anime character. I will draw poses. That's about it. Whatever I draw will be whatever I'm interested in, which will probably just be poses today. Hello, Lucas Sniper. Draw a pose, Dennis? I will. Welcome to the stream, Screen Hermit. How's your day going? Madoka Magica is part of my life, and I'm grateful for that. That's nice. Madoka Magica is seemingly a good anime. I've watched some of it, not all of it. Doing good. Noise. Yeah, I got a new PC, but my drawing app, Flip Studio Paint, I don't have like the license for it on this new PC, so I need to figure out how to do that. And then after I do that, I can start, doing digital streams. Do you know any art YouTubers? I know Sam does arts. Ross Draws was popular back in the day. I don't know how he's doing now. Of course, I know 58MW. I know Mark. Is it Brunette or Bruette? What? I don't know. I think it's Mark Brunette or something like that. What's your favorite K-pop group? I don't listen to any K-pop. Has anyone here seen the Saga of Tanya the Evil? I have. I know of it. It's an isekai. Salaryman gets turned into anime girl, goes to war, commits war crimes, basically. Something like that. Draw a small twig. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna draw a pose for right now. Oh, well, yesterday, actually, funnily enough, I did draw a twig. Do you have a manga? No. And if so, I don't know how to do that. Do you premeditate or should you just go and freestyle the page? I think you're supposed to like plan out the page though. I'm not a mangaka, but I'm quite sure you're supposed to do that, yeah. My gosh, my lag is hard. I'm sorry that you're lagging. Answer you? Wait, what did you ask? Sorry. Hello, Venus. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? What are YouTube emoticons? I don't know. I said, why did you post a short at 2 a.m.? Oh. I don't know. It just happens to be like that, you know? Sometimes you just gotta post a short at 2 a.m. What can I say? I'd say something like, it's not my fault, but actually was. I don't know what I was doing, actually. I think I was just drawing. I just ended up drawing at that time. That's why. Hopefully tonight I can get... Honestly, I went to sleep pretty late, but I think I went to sleep at like 4. But I'm not that tired, which is weird. You know, isn't that weird? It's kind of weird. Also, I've changed the layout on my desk. I got like this weird fake plant that's kind of dusty, but don't worry about it. Okay, everything's falling. Hold on. You got a fucking ad? Oh, rip. By the way, how haven't you run out of pose references yet? There's infinite pose references. Like I don't really use my reference folder that much anymore. You know, it was like a lot of suggestive poses, and I did draw a lot of them, but like I ran out of them specifically. I guess I've run out of the ones that's like decent enough to, and by decent I mean like publicly decent enough to draw, if that makes sense. Of course, it's not like literally, like I can draw them, I can, and I don't think like it would like get me in trouble, but I've decided against it using my better judgment. So I'm on Pinterest, and Pinterest has like infinite poses. So I'm writing someone in Kaiju Paradise. You can write people in the game. I see. That's an interesting way to say it. Is there a way to show you my art other than a Discord and stuff because I'm 12? I don't think so. But I guess one day you'll be able to do it. I don't think, let me see it. Is there any other way? Luca, why are you on the internet? I mean, I think, you know, honestly, even though the internet is not for children, I think it's kind of unreasonable to say that, like, people, like, I think that the world is kind of so dependent on the internet, it's kind of almost unreasonable to say that, like, you can't use the internet. Of course, I think you should be, like, safeguarded from, like, some stuff, but that's up to your parents, and that's up to, like, yeah, what they do. For the most part, you know? I don't think anyone else should be getting involved in, well, I think, but you know what I'm saying, right? Any tips for keywords on Pinterest? Not really. Like, I'm not searching for poses on Pinterest. I don't search for them. They kind of just appear on my feed, and I'm just like, oh, I want to draw that one, or I don't want to draw this one. It's kind of random. Yeah, I don't really specifically seek out, like, a pose. Hello, Sloth. Community tab on YouTube? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. But I haven't seen anyone... Oh, I probably have to enable that. I should probably enable, like, community... So, like, people can post on the community tab. So look, and there wasn't there for me? I low-key just think you should be 12 plus to be on YouTube. Yeah, that's fair. Or, like, 12 and over. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the person. I should put her eye a little bit higher. So I'll do like an eye like that. No, it's good. Famous Gug. Hello, Anthony. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going. Yeah, it's illegal in the States to have an account on anything before the age of 13. You can be on the internet, it's just frowned upon. It's illegal, but you can be on the internet. Wait, so is it, wait, huh? Like, is it actually illegal, or is it just frowned upon? My friend can't watch YouTube? Rip. Do you like cats? Cats are cool. I like cats. Are you so good? Amazed of this? I would just... I would just... Oh, wish, probably? I would just wish I could be, good at drawing. Well, you don't have to wish. If you practice for long enough, you'll become better. It's illegal to collect data on people that's 12, thus meaning it's illegal to have an account. Doesn't that... So, like, would it be actually illegal, or would it be on the... it's not the person who's committing the crime who's, like, making an account. It's illegal for the companies to collect data on someone who's, like, below 12. So it's not, like... So, like, it wouldn't be illegal for them, like, for, a child to have an account. It would just be illegal for, like, the people to actually collect the data. From that wording. Do I remember you from yesterday? Yes, I do. How do I practice drawing to get better? Find your favorite artist, or find some cool references, and try and break them down into easy-to-understand shapes in 3D space. Cubes, cylinders, spheres, things like that, and just try and break them down. Make sure to, like, just draw what you want, or, like, you draw things that you're interested in, and just try and break them down. Always use references, is what I'd say. Use things like Pinterest or something. I'm gonna change my jacket because it's, like, a little bit short. It's a little bit annoying. I don't know. I'll be right back. By the way, my room is cold. Like it's almost freezing. My feet, they're cold. My hands are cold. Everything's cold. It's a sorry state. YouTube Kids is so boring though. I mean, true, but like YouTube is like definitely, like, normal YouTube is definitely not for kids. I mean, I say that. Maybe I'd be a bit of a hypocrite to say, like, you shouldn't be on YouTube as a child, because, like, I was on YouTube as, like, when I was, like, 13 or, like, 12 or something like that. But, I mean, is a child necessarily responsible for their own actions? I don't know. So would I say I'm hypocritical? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't consider myself, like, exactly the exact same person as I was as a child, so. But, whatever. I mean, I turned out decent. At least most of my problems didn't come from the internet. At least my problems did not come from the internet, though. YouTube Kids used to have some crazy stuff, too. Really? Yes, but they can't know if the person's over 13 or not, so accounts belonging to 12 people are often reported for such and removed if they reside in the States. Fair. But it's not like... But, like... If something's illegal, someone needs to be charged for a crime. So if their account is only removed... Is that, like, actually, like, a crime? Like, a crime? Or is it just, like against is it against guidelines of, like, the sites? Or is it against the state or the country? Because, like, I can totally see it being against the guidelines. Like, that makes sense. Hello, Rap Dog, by the way. Welcome to the stream. What country am I from? I'm from the United States of America. Yes. USA. Land of the Eagle. I'm trying as hard as I can, but my drawings look very crappy and basic. They're just not very cool or interesting. Yeah, they'll come. Well, look at some look at some art of some really cool, cool art and interesting art, and try and copy it. Is what I'd recommend. Especially if you're just starting out. Yeah, they're not gonna be that good. Mine wasn't that good. Mine is still kind of iffy. Like this drawing is questionable. Especially this face area. The body is okay. I could be doing a little bit better, but whatever. Okay, goodbye, Rogue. Have a good day. The power of drawing with pen is awesome. It's fun. Folks, why does my spider crab have luck of the sea? Pardon? In Minecraft, by the way? There's spider crabs in Minecraft? You should be very popular because you're so talented. Me and my brother watch your shorts a lot, but I gotta go. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Goodbye, Sana. I think YouTube is bound by Online Children's Safety Act, so it will terminate any account that is misrepresenting the account holder's age. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, the Online Children's Safety Act, the bane of the internet, things like that. Well, is the Online Children's Safety Act, that's for the US, or is that for UK? I know they both have like something similar. Like both the US and UK are like passing similar laws though. Have you looked at my posts? Your posts where? No, I don't think so. If you're counting on the end result to be good, then you won't enjoy the process and fall out of love for art. Yeah, true. That is true. You gotta enjoy the process. That way, no matter what happens at the end of your artwork, it would have been enjoyable. Due to legal reasons, it can't allow children to have Google accounts because they involve data collection. Okay, so it's not like illegal, like it's illegal for the companies to allow that to happen, but it's not like illegal for if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying. Is self-promotion okay? I mean, out of nowhere, no. I mean, I would say like that'd be a little bit obnoxious. So I guess I'd say no. Hello, no one in particular. How's it going? How's your day going? Hopefully your day is going good. Using this as a background for my chem assignment. Your art is so good, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, Event Horizon. That's a cool name. Good, yourself? I'm good. I'm just drawing. Hey, as you can see, you guys can't see the full page. I've realized. Now you guys can almost see the full page. Still can't see the full page. It's fine. I'm gonna make sure not to draw this low on the page anyways. Okay, my warm-up drawing was something. Put some clothes on her. I do what I want. If I don't want to put clothes on her, I won't. Although for this drawing, I will give her some sort of sports bra. I've already given her a sports bra. Can't you see? Maybe you can. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Hello! Nata? Go to kick for that stuff? Ayo. I don't know, man. I don't think just drawing a body is like wrong. Wait a minute, aren't you the one here? If you don't want to see what I draw, then like you could just leave. JK, you can't just say that. Alright, I sort of have a dirty mind. It'd be like that sometimes. Nothing is showing about her stomach and arms. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. It's not like there's anything lower than that anyways. I'm going to sneak back here soon. I see. Well, good luck on your journeys. Yeah, no. You know, this drawing is boring. But, you know, it was a warm-up, I suppose. So, my parents check my stuff. Well, don't watch anything that your parents would disapprove of, is probably the advice that I'd give. Like that drawing? How? Have you look at this? Look at this face. This face is worse than the tattoo drawing I did. Like that face is worse than this face, and this face is quite mid. Like this face is good. I like this face. This is a good face. Okay, I'll say this is a good face. You know what? You know what's a bad face though? This one. That's okay. Okay. You know what? I can make it work if I actually. You know, let me lock in. The body. I do like the body. I think the body's fine. Not the up chin front. Yes. I had fun with that drawing too. You drew Teto? I did. I found out I like Teto's design more than Miku's. I like the drill here. It's very fun to draw. He's drawing with pen? I am. You madman. It is. It's actually not that bad. Like, if you start drawing with pen, if you just treat it like pencil, or no, if you just, like, let go of your mistakes, it's actually pretty chill. It teaches you to, yeah, it kind of just teaches you to, like, just, like, relax. You're making it look like, like I'm just copying you? Wait, huh? You drew Teto as well? Oh, you know what? No, the reason I drew Teto is because Rapdog was in stream yesterday, and I think he was talking to you, but I thought that Rapdog was talking to me, And so I ended up drawing Teto because Rapdog said I should draw Teto, but Rapdog was telling you that you should draw Teto. So, to be fair, I kind of stole I stole the suggestion that was told to you. I draw Teto, now you're drawing Teto. My fear of failure and perpetual need to undo / erase. No, I think if you break that fear of making mistakes, I think you'll become way better. Because if you're not afraid of making mistakes, you could draw way more. Like, you get way more mileage. You can do way more drawings per day. I just said way more so many times. It's interesting. Draw small wings. I could actually do that. I pretty much refuse to use pencil now unless it's my only option. Yeah. Or, I would use pencil. Like, if I'm trying to make a super clean drawing, then I'll use Interessante. Yes, no, I refused. Wait, no, I was just reading your comment again. Yeah, I don't really like to use pencil unless I'm, either trying to try out a pose and I really, for whatever reason, I just really want to get a pose perfect, or I just want to try something out, like an experimental thing. But just for my casual drawing, yeah, I'm gonna use, I don't treat most of my drawings as special. In fact, yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the good way to go about it. I guess I'm giving her bat wings. I wasn't exactly planning to give her bat wings, but she has bat wings now. In my mind, I was gonna draw angel wings or something like that. Like bird wings, but no, it's a bat. By the way, that perspective doesn't look right, but it's fine. Hello, Chungus. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. Hello, Dennis, or whatever your name is. I don't really have a name, so you can call me Dennis if you want. What's with these ads? Yeah, yesterday didn't have ads. I guess today it has ads. It be like that. Which is odd, because I thought that this website didn't, allow ads. I mean, not this website, but this, the software I'm using to stream, I didn't think I could actually do ads on it. But I guess it's caught up with itself. The PC I just bought is not going to pay for itself. By the way, these RAM prices are crazy. The PC prices are wild. I'm just saying. Guess who's back? Back again? Is it Eminem? Hello, BJ Animations. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. It froze because I was taking pics of my cat. I see. Hello, Lel. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. Okay, I will end this warm-up drawing here. Oh, the pose is, quite boring. You built a PC? Built a PC? Nah, I just built. PCs are... Oh, no, laptops are cheaper. I think. I'm pretty sure laptops are cheaper. For sure. I'm pretty sure. Of course, there are probably some laptops that are cheaper than some PCs. I mean, there are some PCs that are cheaper than some laptops, but I think on the whole, on average, PCs... I was seeing, $1,000, $3,000 PCs, Yeah, I didn't build a PC. I bought a pre-built one. Although, it probably would have been cheaper to just get the parts. It probably would have been just things to get the parts of the PC. Cheaper to get parts of the PC. So, to be fair, I went a little bit extra broke than I probably should have. That's a warmer. It takes me 1 month to draw that. Well, I guess you'll get faster. I'm 90% done with my challenge. Oh, nice. I found an $8,000 computer. Rip. Hello, SKZ for life. How's your day going? Oh, by the way, since my other laptop is freed up for space, I just have it playing some. You can't really see. It's an open field. I guess you can't really see it. Whatever. I used to have the chat over on that computer, but now I have the PC. I can actually see the freaking. I can see the chat without having a real problem. It's actually pretty cool. Schizo for life? Huh? Oh, SKZ. Dennis, is that a plant? I do have a plant over here. It's a fake plant, like I said. I have a fake plant. It's very dusty. It takes me 1 month to make that drawing because I take too long to decide if it's good, and also because I procrastinate. Yeah, so if you just let go of the importance that you place on your art, you can just draw. It's really the hesitation and the perfectionism that makes people take long to draw. Just kind of draw, just scribble, purposely make some messed up drawings. Like, have a reference, try and copy the reference, but don't, like, be so serious about copying the reference. Just, like, have fun while doing it. And I think you'll be able to draw faster. Are we feeding our dentist philosophy and music? Well, I have music. As long as I have one of the two. As long as I have one of the two, I'm good. So, you know. I have music. I have music now. Because, like, the day before this day, I was actually going insane. Navarro, my leg. I'm sorry. You answered chat quite fast in your previous streams. How hard was it to see chat in your other side? Like, okay, like, I had to... If I'm looking at chat, I had to look away from my page. So, it's, like, the reason why... I mean, yeah, it's just... It's a little bit easier for me to, like, multitask, I guess. I would say bad art is better than no art. That's true. Yeah, I was doing philosophy yesterday. In fact, the reason why yesterday's stream like started so late was because I was trying to write up some logical proofs logical proofs against the argument for free will. It's still a little bit clunky. I still could have probably found better wording for it, but it was fun. It was quite fun. Had fun. You should draw Pibble. Who the hell is Pibble? I don't know who Pibble is. I heard you. I saw you keep saying that, or someone kept saying that. I don't know who that is. Procrastinator. Where are y'all at? Playing sunlight. Yes, but it depends on. Depends. It depends. Bad art for a very long time can be a bad thing because of mistakes, reinforcing, not using, learning. True. I guess. Yeah, I suppose. By the way, I drew my line art this time using the pencil brush, and I've realized too late. So my line art would be pencil. Yeah. Well, yeah, fair enough. Do people notice that thing? Like that? I changed my line art brush, but I don't think anyone... Like, I think I did change, like, a more pencil-y or line art. I joined stream yesterday when you were 2 hours in. I was talking about Pibble yesterday. Yeah. So... No, I remember it. But what is Pibble? What the heck is Pibble? I guess I'm moving this pencil over here. I'm slowly just like removing all the things I have from this. My desk is quite clear now. It was pretty muddled. I have my watch over here. I'm gonna move this watch as well. Alrighty. Let me just change the brightness slightly because I can't see anything. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, whatever, I give up. Hello, Hello, Com. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. I struggle to draw flat-chested characters. How do you even do it, Dennis? Essentially, if we have the head right here, I'm just gonna draw a very goofy, basic head. So, you know, I draw the body, and I just, like, keep the body. I essentially barely make any change to the body, except for the fact that I may add, like, you know, some indication of, like, a chest right there, but that's about it. The chest, like, for a flat chest, it's not defined by the roundness, like the round features, I guess. Like, the flat chest is mainly dictated by the center and the sides, whereas, like, a larger chest is dictated by the underneath and how it connects to the body, for the most part. So, yeah. Draw a table and then form the body around it. Draw an ironing board and then, yeah. I believe the breed, a Pibble, is a Frenchie. Oh, it's a dog. Oh, I see. Wait, is it a dog? Yeah, so when I'm drawing a flat chest, I kind of just, you know, something like this. And, yeah, something like this. It's really about your mind making up what's not there. What a lovely day to have my headphones disconnected. But this is pure anatomy. Is there something wrong with flat chests? No, I'm joking. I keep accidentally clicking off roll. I'm sorry. Wait, why am I saying I'm sorry? This is your fault. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Dennis, do you like French bulldogs? Bulldogs are interesting. Do I like them? Not necessarily. I do think huskies are like a cool dog. I think I just like wolves though. I think I just think that wolves are cool, so I'm quite biased. Huskies are like basically wolves, except not like at all. Yeah, I sneak back. Gotta stay here for an hour. Noise. My Wi-Fi is for some reason not keeping up with the stream and lagging. Maybe it's maybe it's on my end then. Maybe like I have like problems with the stream. I mean with my Wi-Fi maybe. Unless some people like, is for some people the stream clean or is it lagging for everyone? Because if it's lagging for everyone, that's probably my problem. But if it's only lagging for some people, then I guess it's their problem. Yeah, and like I guess clean for me. Okay, cool. If I were to draw a larger chest, I guess, yeah, it'd probably be dictated by the underside. I'm like... something like this. I guess the shoulder would be right here, or like the arm would be here. Yeah, so the difference, right, I guess you can see the difference. Like, the difference is there's an actual underneath area. Also, like... Yeah, I guess the underneath area is basically it. Pibble is a Frenchie dog, and actually wholesome and not supposed to be brain rot, I believe. The stream is fine for me. Okay, cool. And I suppose shading would like play a huge part. Obviously you would shade these more like spheres or like, you know, something more rounded, and you'd shade these more flatly. Do you name the people you draw? And if not, can I maybe name them? For the most part. I mean, this girl doesn't have a name because she's not even an OC. For the most part, I do draw OCs. So they already have names. But yeah, for this one, specifically, they don't have a name. Flat chest connect to the stomach, and... Flat chest connect to the stomach, and not flat chest have an underside. Yeah, well, more... I guess the rib cage is probably what you're saying. The rib. What's an OC? Original character. Yeah, whenever someone says OC, they're saying original character, for the most part. Dennis, how do you come out with John's name? I don't know, I looked at a dog, thought about a guy's name, and I thought about John. Why is the lag only happening to your streams? I don't know. Methinks. Dennis, the alpha wolf leader of the pack with a tragic backstory and the ultimate power. Oh. I think another reason why I keep drawing flat chest characters is because I can't draw chest properly. Oh, fair enough. How many years have I drawn that good? Probably like 2 years. I started getting better at drawing 3 years ago. I've been drawing for 8 years. 3 years ago, I started drawing better. 2 years, I got like decent. Last year was actually pretty good. And this year, I'm pretty satisfied. Of course, I can always be better. So I don't know if satisfied. I'm satisfied, but I'm not content. Hello, user. Welcome to the stream. Is that the same thing? Is satisfied and content the same thing? Because like it could be the scenario where I just said I'm satisfied, but I'm not satisfied, which doesn't really make sense. So. What are you doing on Christmas? I don't really celebrate Christmas or Xmas or. By the way, what's the X in Xmas for? Like, why do people say Xmas instead of Christmas? I actually never understood that. Like, is there a reason, or is it just like a fancy way to say Christmas? Or is it just like, is it to like disregard the Christmas, I guess, like the Christian part of it? Like, yeah, what's the Xmas for? What are you doing on the, oh. Yeah, I don't really celebrate Christmas. My family doesn't. Des, I'm sorry I'm a dip because I fell asleep for a little bit, but I'll be back. Okay, good night. Goodbye, Flower Girl. Croissant. Croissant. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's because the Christ part is irrelevant for most people. Fair enough. I mean, no, I don't think the Bible has a big jolly fellow who like flies with reindeer and like brings children gifts. So, fair enough. Unless that is in the Bible. You shot a Nautilus with a healing arrow and it died in one shot? Seriously? How did it die with a healing arrow? I thought the stream lag, but I thought the stream lagged, but you're just sitting here. I am, yes. What time is it in the USA? It is 2:15 p.m. Huh. This rung is kind of messy. You might just came to say hi, but I'm gonna go. Also, I noticed your music is fixed now. How did you do that? I changed softwares. I changed my streaming software, so I'm using Streamlabs now. Alrighty, let me do some poses. Well, I've been doing kind of poses, but like sort of. Actually, this pose doesn't really make sense. It won't make sense unless I finish it. I don't really care anymore though. Santa's based on a saint who would give gifts to those in need during Christmas. Ah. Well, yeah, okay, that would make sense. That it has some roots in it. But like the reindeer and everything else is like you kind of just made up. Okay, great. I'm gonna go now. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day. That's why he's called Saint Nick. I mean, yeah. So like, but like Saint Nick. So like Saint Nicholas is like something different, or like I mean what I mean by something different is like, did they make that up? Like, or was there an actual like, Nicholas out there? Is there a real Nicholas, or was the Nicholas just the Santa we made along the way? No, he was an actual dude. Oh, neat. That's cool. It is curious how two holidays get in the way of Christian religion, Easter and, well, I don't know. I guess it was made from. So I don't know if it would get in the way. Although I guess they've kind of been formed to something that's unrecognizable now. No, he was an, yeah, right. I read that. Saint Nick wore red, and people connected Santa to him. Is that true? Interesting. He's just a red dude. I see a pattern in your drawings. I see a pattern in drawings, and they're mostly anime, which is different from my drawing. Probably. And then there's the Krampus. Yeah, where'd Krampus come from? I gotta love my OC just being a stick figure, but without the torso. So it's just a ball with stick arms and legs, and the legs. Nice. The music gives me very good vibes. Interesting. It originated from my exploits in Sweden back then. Back then or back when? Oh, back when, I guess. Those were the days. I'm actually so glad my orchestra conductor isn't making us do Christmas stuff this year. It's actually exhausting. Oh, good vibes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my music. You know what? I was gonna do some sort of, not exactly like a, I was gonna do like a wintry vibe soundtrack. Not like Christmas per se, or maybe something like sort of like that. But like maybe like hotel lobby, but like almost Christmassy, but like not really. I don't know. I was gonna try and figure it out, but eventually. Back when you could put a bunch of kids in a bag and get away with it. Huh. Fair enough. Do that. Screen Herbert, that's sad. Can't believe you, Screen Herbert. AI is taking over art. How do you feel about that? I don't think it's taking over art, no. The art that I consider to be art, AI doesn't exist there. So, AI doesn't really exist in the world that I call the art world. Although, yeah, I mean, I see a lot of AI, like, images and stuff like that. I don't really care. It's like, it's uninteresting to me, but, like, I don't really have anything much to say other than it's uninteresting to me. I didn't realize until some point that Dennis made his own music. Yes, hi. Yeah. I guess, like, if I don't say it, like, it makes sense that, like, I guess I wouldn't. In Finland, where I live, the Santa lives in Lapland, and many people go there to look at him in December. I'm going tomorrow. Oh, nice, that's cool. People will say AI will take over the world. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. It's a possibility. I would say, like, it's plausible, maybe. You know, granted, if it keeps improving, if AI keeps improving, then it, like, yeah, that makes sense. I guess, you know, I don't know. It's all up in there. At least for me. I wasn't familiar with your game. AI has been proven unable to create artwork similar to those of the masters due to the fact that AI generators don't think or make decisions to push an art piece. They only do what they're told. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's crazy. There's so many artists. It's crazy so many artists are here. Well, I mean, this is kind of like an art stream. If you're watching an art stream, you're probably at least mildly interested in art. And if you're interested in art, then it makes sense that you'd like that you'd have at least at one point tried to make art. Dennis, do you think you make good decisions with your lines? I've seen videos that say a good artwork is a conjugation of good decisions. Ah, maybe. Wait, this is an art stream? Yeah, actually it's not, maybe. I found it, your Discord. Yes, it's in the description of the stream. I keep accidentally clicking off. Unfortunate. Do. This is a Yap stream? Seems like it, right? I envy your ability to draw women so effortlessly. I can't draw girls for my life. Well, you know, it takes time. It takes practice. Then I made a ton of bad choices. I thought this was Krampus Apologizers Anonymous. I didn't even... I mean, maybe. Maybe it is. Who knows? Don't forget what I said yesterday about Subway Surfers. I could just have Subway Surfers playing in the background. Will I, though? No. I can't take the people's attention spans even more than it's already been gone, or been robbed. Dennis, did you like to draw Wendigo Girl? Yeah, she was cool. She was fun. What anime do you know if you even watch anime? My favorite anime is ReZero. My second favorite is Monogatari. My third is Attack on Titan. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is somewhere in there. Love Frieren. Frieren is actually maybe Frieren is like one of the maybe Attack on Titan is like but I do maybe Frieren is like number 4. Number 5 is maybe Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Summertime Rendering was also pretty cool. I love To Your Eternity. I'm watching that right now. Yeah, there's many more. I've watched a good amount. My apologies for asking, but who is Pibble? I think it's a dog. It's a French bulldog or something like that. Which characters have you enjoyed the most to draw besides your characters? Probably like Frieren. So I'd say maybe Frieren, but I don't know if I'm just biased. like, yeah, I don't know if I'm biased because I just like how it turned out. So maybe I don't actually even. No, I do like. Yeah. Other than that, I guess I enjoyed drawing Teto. That was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. I didn't necessarily like drawing Nazuna, even though I do like Call of the Night. And Enna, and to draw Enna on digital was hell, but to draw her on paper was fun. So I'd say it'd be something like Frieren. No, actually maybe it's Teto. I think I like Teto more than Frieren. Then I like Frieren, then Enna. Don't question the Monogatari, everyone. The toothbrush scene was 100% necessary for the plot. I heard it was just to, I heard it was just to fill space in the book. Something else. I think the guy Nishio Yusen had to meet some sort of word count, and so he just put in that extra thing just for fun. Was drawing Enna hard? Surprisingly, yes. For me, at the very least. Miku's my favorite Vocaloid, but I'm finding Teto is funner to draw. Yeah, I find that too. Then she drew Enna in digital. Yes, it was a very bad drawing. Oh, mine's My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer, then maybe Spy Family, and then One Piece, and then maybe Hunter x Hunter. Oh, nice. Nice and neat. Toothbrush scene? I don't even want to know what that can possibly entail. Yeah, you don't. You don't. Yeah, no. Me when I have to explain that the toothbrush scene is actually a very deep and philosophical has a very deep and philosophical meaning, and it's not just guys. I promise Monogatari is deeper than it seems. I promise. Dennis, I drew more human bodies today. Are you proud of me? Yeah, sure. Me and my friend got Miko addicted to 2 years AGP. It was crazy. I spent $700. Interesting. I'm just saying you'll need to get into Pibble. I don't think so. I don't think so. Dennis, what mommy ASMR channels are your favorite? I know you have the elite ball knowledge. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, I haven't tapped into the ASMR game. Honestly, I don't think I will. I don't know why, but I just find it uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I just don't. I don't have any. One day though, I will live up to your expectations. I have no elite ball knowledge. I have mid ball knowledge. Got a dip? Okay, goodbye, Kalsum. Have a good day. Art of the mommy ASMR enjoyer. Maybe that's Wakaba. Agreed, ASMR is weird to me. It just feels awkward. It feels awkward to me. So I don't listen to it. But obviously, this probably doesn't need to be said, but because I'm on the internet, I will say it. I can understand the people who do like it, but I find it awkward to me personally. I wouldn't say weird, but I do I don't connect with it. In fact, there's a big disconnect. 19 people watching? Yes. There's no shame in mommy ASMR. Probably not. I'm gonna go. Okay, goodbye, Venus. Have a good day. It depends on the ASMR. Some feel weird and some don't. Fair. Okay, let me do the fan favorite low angle shot. Will we be making any Christmas drawings soon? Probably not. Hello, Ahsoka Tano. Tano. Hello, Ahsoka. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. No, but Christmas is coming? Probably. Okay. So, bring that out. I'm back from watching an edit. Oh, I see. Welcome back. Hello, Buglum. Hello, Bug. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Ahsoka like the Jedi? Nah. Yeah. I have never watched... I do know Ahsoka. I've never watched Star Wars, though. So... Hello, Candy. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? You already know an edit of who? If you say Pibble, then I don't know what to do with you. Yes, no. I don't know what to do with you, VJ Animations. Okay, this drawing is decent, I guess. The disappointment when you read Pib. How many times must I hear Pib? Pibble? I'm joking. I've seriously never heard of Pibble in my life. Of a Pibble, of the Pibble, of people liking Pibble. You know, it almost sounds like Pitbull. Which, maybe on purpose or not, I don't know. Is Pitbull another 67? I don't think so. Oh, Pitbull's the name. Oh, it's the name of it. It's not like a breed of dog or anything. It's the name of a dog. I see. Now I gotta go eat everyone's fridge because why not? Well, good luck on that. Good luck on that, Mister. You know, I could have said Mr. Ta, but like Mr. You know, because like Mista, so it's like Mister. So if I say Miss Ta, I'm like saying both of them at the same time. I'm saying like Mr. and Miss Ta. I'm such a lyricist, even though this ain't a song. This don't have any lyrics. Mister. You like it? Well, that's good. Guido Mista? That is Guido. You don't even know who Pibble is and you're already done with him and me? True. I'm joking. Hello, Shane Matthew. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. I need this on the shirt. I'm such a lyricist, even though this ain't a song. That's me. That's me. I said that. You don't know who the Guido Mista is? No. Have you played The Forge yet? No? Was I supposed to play The Forge? He's a JoJo's character? Ah, I see. Sex Pistol Vamp? Those were the days? Oh. This guy is all nose today. Here. I'm regretfully... You're regretting taking apart your Rubik's Cube? Why did you take apart your Rubik's Cube in the first place? Alright. What are your thoughts about the hit unpopular game of Roblox? Terms and service applies. It's a game. I've never really played it, so... It exists. That's about it. By two brain cells fighting for third place. Roblox exists confirmed. Maybe not. I was gonna say Schrodingers actually. Schrodinger's blocks. Schrodinger's Roblox. Who the heck is Schrodinger? Schrodinger's cousin. Hey, would it make sense to call, like, my subscribers denizens? Because, you know, it's like Dennis, but, like, denizens at the same time. So, like, denizens. I don't claim the name Dennis, by the way. I'm just saying. It would be clever. If I did, hypothetically, claim the name Dennis, denizens would make so much sense. Plus, it's like Dennis sins, you know? It's like Dennis is sinning. Why is Dennis sinning? I don't know. My name is not Dennis, though. The denizens of singularity. Johnny Sins. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Takes me back to the good old days. Wait, I'm like 20. What am I talking about? Dennis, draw a sin. I've already drawn sins. I'll draw pineapple and pizza if you want. How do you draw a pineapple? Yeah, this is a pineapple, I promise. Pineapple. Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. God. I love doing figure studies on Pinterest because there's always a man on there with a feminine waist in the pic. Probably. Dennis the man. No. Pineapple on pizza? Wow. Straight to cardinal sins, I see. Do you believe it's childish? Or do you believe it's childish? Or do you believe that calling it childish is childish? Or maybe talking about childishness is childish? Maybe we are childish ones? What are you talking about? Know my weakness? Pineapples on pizza. My master plan is working. You'll all be banished to, I don't know. Hello, Pixel. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hope your day's going good. Also, we can be your sins, Sinny Winnie. Huh. Hello, So Baller. How's your day going? Wouldn't it be So Baylor? Because that's not two L's, so that's not ball, or that's Baylor. Hello, So Baylor. Sinny Winnie, isn't that just, is that like Winnie the Pooh? Maybe. Maybe I was the Pooh all along. Right. You know, that might be confused with another Pooh. I was the shit all along. Oh no. How am I ever gonna cope with this? As in the poo of North Korea? What the heck is the poo of North Korea? Am I supposed to know that? What that is? Is that important? Do you even know who Baller is? You can't just say that, and then, like, you can't just say a random phrase and then attribute it to a person. Unless it's not a person. Then, no, I don't know. I don't know. Today's been good. Just done a character model sheet. Practicing anything in particular? Me? Nope. I'm just trying to draw. You should name your mods the 7 sins, like, in terms of ranking, or in rank of favoritism. But what's my favorite sin? I don't know. Did you get a new mic? No. I'm using a new software, though. So. Although I will need to get a mic soon, so I can actually do digital streams. Because I have a PC, I just can't. You get to be... Well, yeah, you get to be Sloth. If you're not Sloth, then who else will be Sloth? If Sloth isn't Sloth, then who's Sloth? Favoritism of mods, not sins. Which mod you like? I don't really have one that I like in particular. They're all kind of like the same. I love how people mispronounce my username almost as frequently as I do. There was a whole controversy on Pooh in North Korea because he was compared to the president there. Ha, I see. Make me lust, the things I do deserve it. I see. Wait, you're not a mod. Am I your worst nightmare? No. Maybe favorite members should be sins. Yeah, but that would suppose I have favorite members. Surely I have favorite members. Everyone has favorites, right? What would you think your sin is? Probably like Sloth, yeah. Sloth would make sense. After all, I'm ridiculously lazy. Of course, I'm only lazy to the things that I'm not interested in, so I don't know if I'd actually be technically considered lazy or just uninterested. Although, I could have a slothful mentality to be not interested in a lot of things, so Sloth makes sense. Favorite members are those who are channel members? You can't buy my favoritism. Although I do appreciate the support. But if I appreciate the support, if I appreciate the member support more than other people's, so like, wouldn't that mean that it was like, hold on, let me think about this. Like, there must be a level of appreciation. Surely like channel members are appreciated more. No, but does that make sense? I guess kinda, yeah. Huh. I guess Pooh would probably never even ever make it to North Korea. That would make sense. With all their censorship, yeah. I'm a sin. It'd be like that sometimes. You can't buy my favoritism. Favoritism starts at $100. Alright, guys. Sloth, lust, pride, gluttony. What were the others? Greed. Greed, wrath, yeah? Greed, wrath, and there's one more. Envy. Yes, Ian. Envy. I forgot about envy. I'm a ReZero fan, by the way. I don't know how I forgot. You'd think I'd remember envy. Use code PIBBLE for the Fortnite item shop. Can you draw light from Death Note? I don't really want to. Did I say hello? Welcome to the stream, Straw Cherry? I think I did, actually. What's the difference between greed and gluttony? Greed is for, like, things, and gluttony is for food. Gluttony is consuming. Greed is just having. You know? Gluttony is excessive consumption. Greed is excessive keeping and storing and, you know, keeping a bunch of stuff. Have you seen the Song of Pride and Lust? Nope. I don't know ReZero had capital sins. Yes, they have the 7 deadly sins. I got a blast. Okay, goodbye, Steph. Have a good day. All the sins have some overlap? Nah, that can't be. I remember watching ReZero. Yes, it was my favorite anime. Envy, I don't know. Is that true? Do they really have some overlap? There used to be 9 sins. I think it was melancholy and vainglory as well. But they were removed. Have you watched Chainsaw Man? Yes, it was very good. I meant code pair, not people. Oh, I know. You said pair, but I said people. Have you watched something of Fairy Tail? Yes, I have. Fairy Tail is Fairy Tail. Have I drawn something Fairy Tail? No. No, I have not. I think Envy and Lust have some... No, it doesn't. How? How does that make any sense? Lust is like... Well, maybe it's just like pure desire for another person. Envy is to, like... Envy is to, like, want what that other person has, I think. You know? To, like, jealousy, kind of. I don't think jealousy and, like, lust are, like, similar. Were the sins just struck by God or something? Wait, struck my... Well, the gods just... Wait, huh? I'm confused. I'm the 8th deadly sin. Are you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any overlap in... I don't see any overlap in envy and... Oh, you're saying were the other, like, the 8th and 9th sins removed? I think, like, people just removed them. What if you envy is de? What? I'm confused. I'm gonna lurk, though I may never return. Alright then. Have a good day, Screen Hermit. Yeah, I don't really see any... Because, like... I don't even know what you mean by that, Sean. Have you played at least... Have you played or at least are a fan of Undertale? I was a fan of Undertale, yeah. You know, back in the day. Oh, just when I became number 1 too? It'd be like that. Aren't envy and lust similar because both reduce the person to you're envying or lusting after someone less than human? I don't think that really makes... I mean, you could... I guess if you want to say that they both kind of objectify a person, kind of? I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, I don't consider, like... But that's not, like, the thing that you're doing... Like, you might say, like, an aspect of the thing you're doing is, like, kind of, like, objectification, but it's not, like, the same thing that you're doing to them. I don't know. Well, you can lust after something, like, really, really want it, not just envy. Oh, not just sexy. And envy is, like, really, really wanting something someone else... Yeah, but, like, in the Bible... Oh, not maybe not, but, like... The lust is like an actual... I think it's supposed to, like... I mean, I get... You could use lust in, like, a strong desire for a thing in general, but for the most part, when someone says lust, they really, for the most part, they really mean like sexual, I think. Like I've never heard someone say that they're, or maybe it's just not commonly used, but I think like in at least for the seven deadly sins, in the way that it was supposed to be used is like sexual. Envy. Oh, you could say that like, envy and greed kind of go hand in hand, right? Kind of. Like you can imagine that a greedy person would be envious of another person's like stuff, right? So I guess that can make sense. People can remove sins. No, I can get removed. Dennis, for me, they're removed from the lore. It was the great patch of, I don't know, whenever whenever Vainglory and Melancholy got removed. By the way, what the heck is Melancholy, and how's that an actual, like, where did that go? And what did that even mean? What did that mean to, like, do the sin of melancholy? I can understand the others, but... And, like, vanity is kind of like pride, I'm pretty sure. Because being sad is bad? Look it out. I guess. You're sad? Imagine? That's just a skill issue. Lust is if you want to get that person for your desire. Envy is like you want their power. I'm confused. I mean, envy is yeah, like, I don't know. Like, envy and greed. I think envy and greed are very similar. But I think the difference is greed is like wanting an excess of stuff. And envy is just wanting, like, what someone else has. Or, like, yeah, just in a general sense. Kinda? I don't know. I can definitely see how greed and gluttony are kind of similar, but they're not exactly the same thing. I used to definitely be more confused about like greed and gluttony. Like, why are there two of them when they're basically the same thing? Because people use greed as like a substitute or like a synonym as for gluttony or something like that. Like, a lot of people say that, like, if you're eating a lot of food, they don't say like you're gluttonous, or well, I guess that would be the proper way, but most people like say you're greedy or something like that. At least the people I'm around. Croissant. All right, you know what? Draw Pib? No. How many Pibbles can one man have? Oh, what is Dennis making now? Another person. I guess I was thinking like envy and lust are both come from I want mindset. Yeah, but like all the desires come from an I want mindset. Like sloth, you can just say a sloth is I want to like not do anything, or I want to stay where I am, or I want to, every one of them is like a desire, and desire stems from a state of being that you want, that you're striving to. I missed the old page. Immediately. Maybe pride. Maybe, I don't think pride necessarily is like an I want. It's more just like a state of being. But like gluttony is for sure like an I want. Like I want more food. I think melancholy was a sin because you reach such a state of sadness you don't want to do anything, including live, and that attitude spreads to those around you. That definitely seems like overlapping with sloth. I'd classify sloth as lack of want of anything. That could also be it, but it definitely could be like, just laziness in general. But lacking, like, not having any desires also kind of can be classified as like, you know, it like there is some overlap with like not wanting anything and not like doing anything. Because if you don't want anything, then you're not going to do anything, which is like kind of like sloth. But like you could also say that like if you're playing video games all day, that also like can be considered like slothful, I think. You're not like doing anything of worth, is what it would like be like seen as. It's like playing video games all day and not wanting to do anything are both equally like unproductive. Well, you know, I guess, well, you know, to be fair, today, like I guess you can like, it's not, yeah, playing video games is a little bit more productive today if you want to like become some sort of esports player. Okay, so something like that. People wants you to wash his Bella? No. Does I enjoy watching your scream like 100 times more now that it's 60 FPS? Huh. Melancholy can lead to forced game over. Well, yeah. Basically, melancholy is just depression. Depression is a sin. Get over it. Yeah, if you're an esports player, playing games would be a bit productive since you'll actually be making cash. Yeah, so. By the way, did I say hello, Kevin, to you? Nice, yeah, so welcome to the stream. Nice, Master Chief, thing, profile picture, by the way. Pretty cool. That is Master Chief, right? Am I a sin? I don't know. Thanks, it's Master Chief. Nice, nice. I thought it was a Ninjago profile picture. Huh. I mean, it could kinda almost read like that. Playing games is/can be productive in the essence that you're doing something that gives joy. It only becomes sloth if you're doing it like without thought. Like, you can say that staying in bed all day brings you joy, but that's not, like, productive. I think when someone says, like, productive, they mean, like, it brings, it like, there's a tangible benefit happening. Like, yeah, like, especially, like, framed in, like, a religious sense, I think. Now, you can argue that, like, argue that the only reason that productivity is, like, meaningful is because, like, people, like, are happy or, like, they gain some sort of positive emotion from it. Which I would probably, like, say that's probably, like, that's true. But, like, in a religious standpoint, there's, like, there's, like, real goals that you actually do, I think. And so that's, like, framed in a religious, like, yeah, mindset. I guess, like, in the first place, like, the deadly sins need to kind of be framed in a religious mindset to, like, have the most effect. I might be silent because I don't have a second monitor, so I won't hear a lot about Pibble for the next 30 minutes. All right. Hello, Yuko, by the way. How's the day going? Hello, Lynn. How's your day going? Welcome, everyone. Hello, Sensei. Hello, Lynn. Mr./Miss Lynn. How's your day going? Hopefully your day is going good. Just come back from reading Tokyo Ghoul chapter 67. Oh. Well, I didn't say, like, the two numbers together. I just said 67. You can't do the thing. James, what if there was a big pen? Is that cause for concern? Yeah, I think so. Hello, Samuel. Welcome to the stream. Also, melancholy might be seen as ungrateful for God's gift. Yeah, that makes sense. Or something stupid like that. I could feel the sentiment. Well, what the heck was that for? He's right. You can't do the thing unless you said the number separately. Exactly. I wasn't even intentional. I genuinely just finished that chapter. You sneaky Yugo. Sin is revving up. That ain't me. Unfortunately, I have no engine. Actually, I think that's a good... That'd be super annoying if people, like, had actual engines inside of them. Imagine how loud people will be. Sin? Take off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Hello, Vile Garden. Welcome back to the stream. How's your day going? Hello, Rex. Loves SKZ. How's your day going? A friend of mine had a theory that the original meaning of the sins were that they made your life hell instead of sending you to hell, since each sin arguably makes your life worse if you have it. Yeah, that makes sense. How are you? I'm good. How are you? That's a good theory, actually. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Great. Nice, yes. Now that I think about it, genuinely isn't needed at all in a sentence. Yeah, it's not really. No, it's like this. I mean, I think it does have like purpose. It's kind of like saying sincerely, you know. Like, it's more for emphasis. It's like to emphasize that you are like serious or something like that. Art of linguistics. I mean, like, you can like what's a use case I'd say? I don't know. But yeah, it definitely would emphasize that you're being sincere rather than like being sarcastic or being like, yeah, it would make it less sarcastic if you say genuinely. Of course, sarcasm can still like saying I really mean that instead of saying I mean that. Yeah. Although, yeah, I mean, like, I do understand what you're saying, but like saying I mean that is kind of like saying genuinely in the first place. Like, but yeah, I do understand what you're saying. Des, do you think having fun is good even though you're not doing anything productive? For any one single person, I mean, yes. I think that, yeah. I mean, that's the reason. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, if you're satisfied with having fun, then yeah. I think I don't think it's very. Is it possible to have fun and not be satisfied? I don't know. I think probably satisfaction is the thing that people are actually striving for. In both ways, it could either be sarcastic or not at all. All depends on the tone or how the person is saying it to you. Yeah. Yeah. It genuinely is kind of like saying seriously. It's like a sort of tone indicator. Dun, 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 dun. I followed your advice today and draw Scooby-Doo, but I have a question. Should I start learning to draw landscapes first or backgrounds, or should I start learning to draw characters? I assume you're probably more interested in drawing characters, but draw whichever one you're more interested in. That's really all it's about. I mean, yeah, art is really just about what you're interested in, so make sure to keep that at the forefront. It's like if you're not interested in learning anatomy at all, then you don't need to learn anatomy. If that's like literally not, if that's like, well, genuinely not what you want, sincerely, and you never like think that you'll ever have the need to draw anatomy, then you don't need to learn anatomy. It's only if you're like, if you want to make good looking characters and you think that anatomy is going to make you like make good looking characters, then learn that. When I low-key see Dennis in the streets and I genuinely get my legs erased and replaced with badly drawn chicken legs before getting put in his art collection. Huh. I'm gonna move on. My bully used sarcasm as an excuse when she was rude to me. I'm going light to me. Huh? Well, I'd suggest working on your characters for a bit and then work on background. Problems, I want to draw everything. Oh, well then work on whichever one you're more interested in at the moment, and you can just work your way around to every one of them. I would say that you I don't know. Yeah, whichever one you're more interested in at the moment, like work on that one. As in using rude as a softy word for what she did. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. As an excuse when she was rude, like downplaying. As in like you are downplaying the extent. Yeah, I mean, people can use sarcasm as a way to mask actual hostility. Problem is, well, wait, hold on. Well, Sensei, in my opinion, character drawing is more important, and I've seen some videos about this, and many of them say you should learn character drawing first. Yeah, well, if character drawing is more important to you, then yeah, do that. Now look at the sentence I wrote, and switch genuinely and insincerely, and low-key genuinely, and low-key genuinely won't make sense. When I low-key see Dennis in the street and insincerely get my legs erased. I mean, maybe I just wasn't sincere about it. Maybe you're lying, or maybe I wasn't into it, you know. It was a very fake leg erasure. I kind of want to take a nap today. Rap Dog, I genuinely never am insincere. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it sounds like you're lying. Because, I don't know. I feel like because genuinely puts such an emphasis on the fact that you're trying to say that you're telling the truth, it now like seems that you're putting too much emphasis on the fact that you're telling the truth. So it seems like you're lying. Now, teachers don't teach us this. You just know. I honestly can't explain, you know? Teachers don't teach us this. You just know. I honestly can't explain. Teach us like the grammar type stuff then, or yeah, the linguistics or something else. James, if you're driving a car, if I were driving in my car right after a beer, what's that bum that's shaped like a sketchbook? It's my sketchbook. So I pull over and pick up my sketchbook and I draw in my truck. Wait, or car, I guess. Hello, Mr. Manchums. How's your day going? Hopefully your day's going good. I listened to this while sketching. Nice. Hopefully your sketches go pretty cool, pretty good. Did you see that Dennis genuinely drew in his car on his sketchbook? Yes. You just don't get it? Like, everything around the theme, sarcasm, lying, etc. Like, understand. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to teach, yeah. It's something you have to have, it's basically something you have to learn by just figuring it out. Although I think you can teach it. It's just like something that's very difficult to. Hello, Spaghetti. How's your day going? Can you teach what's 6 times 7? No. What's a number 1 ability you'd want in your roster? Teleportation. Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, goodbye, Kevin. Have a good day. Take care, everyone. And Yobro, that drawing, looking good. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I'll try. Sensei, what is the Simi drawing style technique for the channel? What do you mean exactly? Time manipulation? Well, yeah, but you know, I didn't say that one because that one's cheap. Teleportation is less cheap. But I mean, if we're allowed time manipulation, I'll just say reality manipulation. That's like the actual best one. I don't know, but it feels better talking, aka texting, with you than talking with a teacher who will give the typical 500 sentence explanation, this and that. Well, I'm very simple, so I guess for people who like very simple, maybe flawed stuff, I mean, I guess whatever I'm saying will be better. I mean, I like very short and blunt and good and easy to understand stuff, so I guess that's just how I talk. Like, that's why I talk. I'm glad you like how I talk, I suppose. Even if I'm not that good at explaining sometimes. Hello, British Moro. I don't know why I said British. Oh, that's why I said British. Hello, British Moro. With time manipulation, you can draw forever and ever, as long as you want. Do I get tired still? And how does it actually work? Is the problem. Like, can I move through the air? Because, like, is the air frozen? Can I breathe? So, like, I can move stuff, but it's just... So, it's not really... And, like, if... It makes me feel supported, I guess. Well, I'm glad it's, like, helpful. Like, okay, and maybe you could say that, okay, when you're moving, everything that you come in contact with, like, gets, like, you can move things that you come in contact with, but just everything that you're not in contact with, like, everything you're not in contact with, it, like, is frozen. Okay, if you're moving, how is the air that you're touching going to move out the space if the air, like, that's in front of that air is gonna be, like, if you understand what, like, there's... It's not just the air that you're touching. Like, the air that you're touching also has to interact with the air that you're not touching. How can the air be pushed in front or out of the way if it can't move anywhere? You can pause, reverse, and go forward. If you pause, the beauty of time is that it's finite. If you have infinite time, what's the point of doing anything? You can just do it later. Well, I mean, true, but, like, people, like, want to do... I mean, I understand what you're saying. But, like, people want to do things now. I think the things that people would push to later is the things that they don't feel like is important. But, like, if you want to do something, like, you're not going to wait. For the most part. No, Sensei. I mean, what's the name of the drawing style of Joel G's channel? I mean, what's the name of the drawing style for the character Anna? Maybe it's like Cubism or something like that. I would assume it's something like Cubism. For most people's art style isn't necessarily like something that you can like name properly. Like, a lot of people have like art styles, yes, but like, yeah, it's very difficult to pin down exactly what they are. I would say the best definition for like Enna's design is probably like cubism or something like that. Like highly like minimal, like, so it's probably like a minimalism cubism. It's kind of something like that. My phone's on 6, but my cat's on top of me. Rip. My lazy ass would put everything off if I didn't have deadlines, including me time. Okay, what would you do instead of me time? Like I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense though. Like, I mean, I kind of understand what you're saying, but like, surely you have something that you want to do now. And if you don't have anything that you want to do now, then you just want to do nothing. But you're doing things, like you're watching YouTube. So there is something that you want to do now. Like you have like, I think you would just do what you want to do in the moment. And if that is nothing, then that's still doing something. And obviously in that moment that you're doing nothing, you value doing nothing more. Like you prefer to do nothing. Like that's actually what you want to do. So I don't know. I don't think it'd be a bad thing for you. Okay, but apparently the art style does evolve. Oh yeah, no, the art style gets way, way better. Like amazingly better. Yeah, no, okay, but like I when I say like the time manipulation powers, I mean like in an actual like sense. I don't know how time manipulation could really work. Which, like, okay, well, to be fair, I'm bringing logic into like an illogical situation. Yeah, time manipulation is a very good power if it works. So like I guess I'd want that kind of. I would actually, yeah, I guess I would want that, but like, it is kind of broken. My cat's drilling in my hair. Best sleep of her life, probably. That is usually, yeah, the best sleep. Music's really quiet now. I guess I should put up the music a little bit. Okay. I'm an Elliot. Hello, Mr. Alien. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Okay, thanks for the information, but I have more questions. For example, how do I start learning about shadow and light and color distribution? Those are some different topics. Okay, so like shadow and light is pretty easy. In fact, I have a video on shading. If you want to, you can, like, yeah, I do have a video on shading. Essentially, let's say you have a sphere. Like, so if you have a sphere and you have the light source over here, I think most people would understand that you would shade like around this area. So, you know, but really what you're just like the actual thing that you're doing is you have a shape that's kind of like a sphere. So like, let's imagine we have this shape that's like almost a sphere. Let's break it into different planes. So basically what you're doing is any of these planes that are facing away, any plane that is facing away from the light source, you shade. Any plane that is not that is facing towards the light source, you don't shade. Like the faces of the shape that is farther away, or like, yeah, that is most obscured from the light source is going to be the darkest parts. This is essentially what you're doing when you're shading. You're basically essentially you're just breaking down this shape. Like, yeah, so like what you're doing here is just breaking down, like the actual technical aspect is just breaking down the planes of whatever it is. That's all shading is. So to get better at shading, you must understand the topography of the object that you're drawing. Yeah, I have a video. If you go to my tutorial, my beginner's guide to playlist on my channel, I have a video on shading. And so yeah, I like to think about it as if you're looking from the light source point of view. What the light can see is what you shade. Yeah, that's also a good way to do it, to think about it. The only problem that like faces for me is for a person, if you don't have like a good imagination, then imagining what the light sees becomes a little bit more difficult. But, like, it's just, like, yeah, the video is essentially what I've just described here, but I gave a lot more examples. Have you ever used a G-nib? I don't know what that is, so I probably not know. James, what if you're driving your car right after a beer and the bump was shaped like pathos? I think I'd die. I don't think she'd let me do that. Although, I wouldn't run over pathos. Come on, it's pathos. How could I possibly run over pathos? This, what if we died every moment in time and we were replaced by another person with the same memory as us? Yeah, like, what if that happened? I mean, it could, I suppose? Like, I suppose, but, like, that's kind of like, it's like the same question, like, when you go to sleep and wake up, are you the same person, or are you just a person who thinks that you're the same person? And, like, basically, it doesn't matter. Basically, like, so, if it is true, then it doesn't matter to us, because we'll never experience the death, and we'll never know, and we'll never really experience the death. So, even if it's true, it's like something that you'll never be able to prove or not, kind of like God. So in kind of like the God sense, as it doesn't really matter. Like, for the most, like even more than a religious aspect, because I do understand that I guess some religions can like give you some religions can kind of give you some like practical things to do. If you believe that in every moment you die and are replaced by someone who thinks that you're you, there's actually nothing to do in that it's like there's nothing to do in that scenario. It's like those like videos that has like these like cosmic beings coming to Earth, and that's the caption's like, what are you gonna do in this scenario? It's like nothing. There's nothing to do. In a, if I were to be hyperbolic, would a car crash even affect her? If she let herself get hit, yes. She's not gonna let herself get hit, unfortunately. Our past self is dead, kind of. Like, I don't know. So, I would argue that I don't think your past self is dead in like any real, in like a real way. Because I think you as a human being experience like a continuum of like your consciousness has continuity. So, like, you remember how you felt, like, a minute ago, and, like, a minute ago from there, and you have memory, basically. If you didn't have any memory of what you were, like, a minute ago, then you could probably say that maybe, like, your past self is dead. But as long as your memory is intact of, like, who you are as a person, or who you were as a person, I don't think your past self actually is dead. Would you say the past self is stuck in a single moment? I mean, if you want to think about it in, like, a very poetic way, maybe. But I don't think the past necessarily even exists. I think you can think about the past in, like, a conceptual way, but in any real meaningful way, it doesn't really exist. So I don't think your past self is stuck, because I don't think your past self exists. All that matters right now is my cat stole my 25 quid blanket and is drooling on me. Yeah, it'd be like that. Okay, thanks, Sensei, but I have a request, and I hope it's not too much trouble. Could you please add subtitles to the broadcast? I'll respect your decision. To this broadcast? Is that possible? Can we have live subtitles? I don't think we can have live subtitles. Yeah, it's unavailable. It's unavailable for live streams. And if it's for my videos, do my videos not have can you not do closed captions? Or is it not? Is like that not possible either on my videos? I could speak slower if you want. Like maybe if speaking slower would like help you understand. I do actually like to speak slower. Like I would actually like to speak slower. The problem is I have a lot of thoughts, so sometimes I like get caught up in my thoughts, and so I speak very quickly. But if I actually put effort into speaking in a slower manner, then I believe my speech would come out clearer. Like now, I think my speech is way clearer than it was a couple seconds ago. Actually, time is very important when considering physics and quantum physics. Technically, time doesn't exist, but it also functions like a fourth dimension at the space-time. Yeah. So, like, yes, I do think time... So, yeah, time is like a coordinate, but when it comes to us as people and consciousness and how we interact with, like... I think when it comes to us, like, yeah, in, like, a conscious way... in the way that we say that, like, in the way that we say that, like, this table exists and you actually have sense data of this table, the past doesn't really exist to us in any real way outside of, like, referring to history. But it's not like a tangible thing, is what I'm saying. So you're not really left with, what you're left with is not the past. Like, the past doesn't exist, but you're left with the consequences of the past, right? So it's kind of like the footsteps of the past. Not really the past itself. You're just seeing like the shadow of the past. But like, it doesn't actually exist. If that makes sense. Yeah. That's a cool drawing. Yeah, thank you. The problem isn't with you, it's with me. I don't understand. Yeah, but like that is like, you can say that the problem isn't with me, but it kind of is with me, right? Like if someone cannot understand me, there's like two parts of the problem. I'm not talking in a way that you can understand, and you don't have like the full capabilities to understand me. So it's like both my problem and your problem at the same time. So like, I mean, perhaps you can say maybe you can say it's not my responsibility, but it is my problem. Like, it is a problem with me. Minimalism. Yeah, I don't know. The table doesn't exist, though, according to quantum physics. Well, is that true? Like, what's the... I have never heard quantum physics say that... I haven't heard quantum physics go down, like, a Descartes level of like, you know, the reality doesn't exist. Well, even though Descartes did, like, eventually, like, I guess he quote-unquote proved God. I don't know how he did that. I think he just, like, eventually made some truth claims or whatever. But... you can logically say that you can doubt that reality exists. Like, so basically, you can say that the table isn't actually, like you can't prove that the table is real, but you do know, like, that you are experiencing a thing that you do call, like, a table. Like, your sense data is, like, a true thing, but your sense data doesn't actually reflect reality, basically. You can say that. Like, yes, but, like, that's not practical. And also, like, doesn't quantum physics only relate to, like, micro things, not, like, macro? Like, it only, like, quantum physics mainly has, like, its territory is in the quantum realm. Like, it's really small. On quantum scale, atoms just stop working. I mean, I do understand what you're saying, but it's kind of like saying, like... I mean, it is, like... it's also like saying that, like, yes, every particle has, like, the ability to, like, burrow and, like, phase through other particles. Like, they do have a chance to. And, like, in the quantum realm, that is very, like, it's very... significant, right? Like it does take a lot of significance that particles can do that. And like they can basically, particles are like really random down to the quantum realm. But once you get bigger, quantum physics takes less precedence over like normal traditional physics. So I mean, I don't know, like I do understand what you're saying, but I also thought I understood. Now this could be the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? I'm very aware that I'm actually not like a physicist or something like that. Yeah, like the stream if you like the drawings. Thank you, Schloth, for the call to action. Can you be the illustrators to my manga? I don't think so. I don't think I'm really interested. I'm sorry. But yes, welcome to the stream. Nateko? Or wait, Kateko. That's no, Sensei, you speak perfectly and your explanation is great, but I don't fully understand English. I'm still learning it. I've reached level B2, but there are many words I don't understand. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's why I asked if you could add subtitles, because I searched and saw that it is possible to add subtitles to the broadcast. Is that true? Because, okay, I'll look into it. I'll look into if I can do that. I was under the impression that you couldn't add subtitles to a live broadcast. When you get too micro or macro, physics kind of just breaks. There's lots of theories. Fair enough. Yeah, but like, okay, do people actually like really understand quantum physics? Like, can you say something like, this table really doesn't exist according to quantum physics, if people don't like actually really understand quantum physics, like in a like it, or is it the case that people do actually understand quantum physics? Because I've heard the both sides, where it's like, yes, some people do understand quantum physics, but I've also heard like that people actually don't understand quantum physics. Sounds more like philosophy than physics. The table not existing, it does sound more philosophical than quantum physics, like physicsy, but like obviously I think they could it would make sense that quantum physics could say that like that doesn't exist. Dennis, what language? Lynn, I don't actually know. I don't think any of you speak my language. Well, yeah, what is your language? Sounds more like philosophy. Yeah, thank you for the bump. My heart, no problem. I'll make an effort. Dennis, would you rather have this ability, ignore something and it disappears from existence, even concepts, or acknowledge something and gain full control over it, including concepts? Probably the acknowledging thing, because I could just if you just eventually acknowledge all of reality, or like the knowledge, oh yes you did, yeah you did say you speak Arabic. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, you were saying that you couldn't find any like people who taught like art in a way that was fun in the language that you speak. Yeah, I remember that actually. You just call me Lynn. Yes and no. The entirety of physics is finding language to explain stuff. Yep. Yeah. I mean that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I was also quite concerned about ignoring something accidentally. Like, what if you somehow like, I don't know. What if you like get dimension, you forget that, I don't know, what if you forget that happiness exists? What if you become depressed for like a small amount of time? You forget happiness exists, which like, does that count as ignoring it? And like, if you forget that happiness exists, then you'll never be happy again because you've forgotten that it exists. The problem with forgetting something exists is that you'll never remember that it exists because the concept is gone. So like, once you forget something, like the world eventually will just like slowly disappear. Hi, what's happening? Nothing. Hello, Fish Scales. Welcome to the stream. I mean, consciously ignore something, it disappears. I mean, okay, but think about this. So you can like ignore world hunger and be like, oh, world hunger doesn't exist, and then suddenly world hunger like is gone, like the concept of it. Or you could acknowledge that world hunger exists, gain full control over it, and then just just make it not like you can just like stop it. Like so like I think the other one is more powerful because not only can you like control it, but you can like actually so like you can also just like acknowledge that happiness exists, and then you can like be happy or something like that. You know, I mean, I don't think I would want to do that. I would, you know, it feels a little bit unnatural. And even though it doesn't make logical sense, at least it makes logical sense to me right now, but in like an objective sense, it doesn't mean logically. Yeah, whatever. How do I develop my own style and create something original? Your own art style will develop as you get better at art. You don't need to, so you don't need to actually do anything in particular to get better. I mean, to develop an art style. As you get better at your technical skills, you will, on your own, without any effort on your part, you will develop an art style. Your art style is simply made up of all the things that you like. So it's made up of all the art styles that you like is what your art style is. I think ignore equals acknowledgement, because you can ignore the fact that you're mortal and then you're immortal, or ignore the fact that you ignored something and reverted. Okay, how can you ignore the fact that you ignored something? Because if the thing is gone, like the very concept of, like, do you remember the concepts that you have ignored? If so, then that's a little bit better then. Yeah, but it is kind of like, because you're not actually ignoring it, you're just like pretending that you're ignoring it. So, you mean when it appears automatic? Yes, it will appear automatically as you continue drawing. As you get better at drawing, as you get better at drawing, your art style will develop naturally. If you want to actually get a distinct art style that is like unique or something like that, all you have to do is look around at different artists and like take different pieces of their art. So like you can, and what I mean by take different pieces is like the way that an artist draws, like if you really like the way that an artist draws eyes, you can take that from, like, you can take the way that they draw their eyes, and then another artist, you can take the way that they draw clothes, and then another artist, you can take the way that they draw the body, and eventually your art style will be unique because everything that you draw is like from a bunch of different people, which makes it, unique. Is the art style in the room with us right now? Yes. Do you have any tips to draw eyes in perspective? I've been drawing for like 5 years, and now I'm actually trying to draw the head, and the eyes are so hard to draw. Can you show me the way? In what perspective? Like which one are you actually talking about? I missed your other live streams. Hello, Draw Like Blueberry. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hello, V Jupiter. How's your day going? Any perspective? Well, I can only do so much, but I'll draw some eyes. I'll draw a head in perspective. I mean, I'm always drawing in perspective. Like this is like a 3/4 perspective for the head. It comes down to your understanding of the planes of the face. So for me to actually explain how to draw the eyes in perspective, I'd have to actually break down the planes of the face. I think you'd get a lot more mileage out of... Yeah, I think you get a lot more mileage out of just... How to say? Like going on like Pinterest or something? So I would say like looking up references of that. Look up the references of the perspective you want on like Pinterest specifically, because I think Pinterest is like the best for looking up specific poses. I will give you an example, but I don't know how. Like, yeah, I'll give you an example. I'll try and explain what I'm doing for the most part, but I don't know if I'll like actually be able to do it properly. I'll do it after I finish this drawing. I saw the thumbnail and went, Teto? Yes, we do have Teto. Teto is right here. It was very fun to draw. I had a lot of fun. What if you acknowledge that the water in the toilet spins clockwise and they decide to make it spin counterclockwise, but in doing so you accidentally change the planet's polarity and then it explodes? Do toilets spin clockwise because of the planet's polarity? Detto. I did say Detto. Detto. You know, Teto. What the heck is Teto? Teto. How do I balance shapes and sizes in a single drawing? I don't necessarily know. How do I balance shapes and sizes? What do you mean by shapes and sizes exactly? Like, if you're talking about the proportions of the body, that will come down to actually observing. You will need to do a lot of observations on how proportions work with the body, how certain body parts relate, like how a certain body part size relates to other body parts size. And yeah, that would come down to like observing, like looking at references, and trying to, just breaking it down. And trying to see if you can understand why it looks the way that it does and how it looks the way that it does. Like seeing how like the head is kind of like the same size as like the rib cage almost. The rib cage is like a little bit bigger, but you'd like break it down and like try and figure out how this relates to this, how the head relates to like the chest, and then how like the ribs relate to like the hips, and how the hips relate to everything else is how you do it. I had your stream in the background, and all I heard for the last 30 minutes was all about time and reality. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, have you had a period of observation, or you're always observing while you draw? I am always observing when I draw. Although there are times where I have more observations, when I'm actually seriously trying to get something down. Yeah. Like you've just sat down to look at a reference for some minutes before committing to draw. Sometimes I think, it is important to do stuff like that. What time is it where I am right now? It is 3:43 p.m. Or I guess it's 15:40. It's 15:43 if you're not using 15:45 if you're not using the PM system. Because my time is 12:54 a.m. That's a big time difference. We're all ignoring the fact that our waifus aren't real and then eloping to Japan with them. That's a bio. Actually, yeah, I guess, yeah, you could do something like that. 4 a.m. everyone? Why are you still up? I think you need to sleep, Jupiter. Okay, this drawing turned out okay. It's not 4 p.m. for me. Oh, nice. Very pretty lady, thank you. Alright, I'll draw a side profile face. No. Or, I don't know. Side profile. I'll break it down in a more simple way. Essentially, if you have a head like this, let's say you have a head. Let's say the eyes are like this. Let's say we turn the head to the side. this eye, you can imagine how this eye gets squished, and this eye stays most, like, a little bit more of the same. So, I mean, and then let's just do a side profile. I mean, I haven't drawn the nose here. Let me actually, I can put in the nose. The nose is pretty important for drawing the eyes. But let's just say that's a side profile. So if we're drawing the nose, I'll do another variation, I guess. Let's have this drawing. Let's put the nose here. Let's just imagine that this is the eyes. The nose is like here. The nose. Give me 1 second. I will be back. I have returned. Alrighty. What was I saying? Right, I was explaining. Hello, God. Welcome back to the stream. How's your day going? Dennis, you treat digital art slightly different to your traditional art? Yes, I always finish my I'm trying to finish my digital art. I do not finish my traditional art. My traditional art is always sketches. He's been holding in for a lot for this whole time. Huh. Right. Okay. So I was saying, if you rotate the head like this, the nose will be coming out because remember the nose is a 3D object. This eye will be slightly more blocked by the nose, and this eye will be, well, it'll be fine. It won't be really obscured. And then rotating the head again, it's just going to be a fully. Yeah, I guess the face is going to be like this. And this eye will be, the other eye will be fully obscured by the other side of the face and the nose. And, oh, yeah. Do you know the way? I am not Uganda Knuckles. Dennis playing Ouija? Huh? So this is very difficult for me. Time is always an obstacle for me to... I mean, anything I try to learn, add to the fact that I'm still a student. But I'm a genius in my studies. My obstacle is time. As in, you don't have enough time. Poo-doo-doo. Hey, why can't I click this? Hello? I guess I want to open that. Thank you. I guess I'll put up the volume. Okay, cool. What was I saying? Oh, I can't see the chat. I was like, wait, where's the chat gone? Okay, there you go. Did you draw the profile picture of your channel? Or yes, no, I've drawn that. That is mine. You've been released from the mental hospital? Nice. Congratulations. She's called Falsira? Yes, her name is Falsira. Thank you. I've generally never been happier. Nice. That's good. Tis good, tis good. Hello, Mr. ESM. It's been 2 hours. When I joined the stream, it started 22 minutes ago. True. Probably. I'm an unk of the stream. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yes, my only obstacle in learning to draw is time. Any YouTuber I go to learn to draw has their live stream at 4 p.m., but my time is mostly the hour 10 a.m. Ah, yes, that does make sense. Time zones are quite the issue. I guess in this case, probably the best way for you to learn, other than like asking live questions, which is like an issue because yeah, like time zones and stuff, the best way would probably just be like pre-recorded videos. Hello, Pack. Remember me from last chat? I do, yeah. Your profile picture is bright yellow and your name is quite unique. Do you play Ultra Kill? I do not. Since you've had it good, you've had it too good without Pibble? Oh. No. No more Pibble. No more Pibble, god damn it. I'm all pibbled out. How much can one man pibble? Just join Discord? Welcome to the Discord. That's the Mickey you drew is looking epic. Thank you. Do you have a favorite game? Do y'all have the favorite game? I don't know. Can never be too pibbled out. My favorite game of all time was Little Big Planet 2. Mine is Cult of the Lamb. Oh, fair enough. No more Pibble, but Gold Ship is back. That's a reference to Epic Mickey. Ew. Sensei, how do I learn the basics? Is it through repetition or by understanding them? And how to draw them? Repetition is good, it builds muscle memory. Understanding them and like studying how they actually work is also very important. It's a combination of the both. Even though I try to do animations, I still do art, but animation is art in a way. But I mean, yeah. That's cool. I would say, understanding is more important than repetition. Although it could be true that through repetition, eventually you might understand. But it is better that if you understand, it's better to probably understand first and then start doing repetition, so your muscle memory can start, working. I shall send Pibble art in your Discord. I see. I don't know. I said Discord like that. Eleanor Forsaken, a game that has a really toxic fandom. You. I mean, I've heard of it. I took your art cell and tried it today. Made it a bit of my own. Drew with pen like you do. I'm drawing right now with pen like you do. Inspiration. I'm making a comic. Love your art cell. Thank you very much. I'm glad. So Sensei, what do you mean in short? So what you mean in short is that I need to master both methods. I think it will do you good. Yes, I think it will do you good to master both methods. I would focus on understanding, but yes, both methods would do you good. Bloodborne is my personal favorite game. The atmosphere it creates and the art is beautiful in it. That's true. It is a very nice game. I haven't finished it, unfortunately. You can't stop me from sending people art in your... Oh, wait, you can't... well, yeah, I mean, I can. I won't, but I could. But I won't. It's an art server. What type of fiend would I be if I don't let people send art in an art server? Tip, never say that you don't ship Double Fedora on Forsaken or TikTok. They will bully you. I will definitely say that I ship Double Fedora, even if I don't know who that is or why. Or nor do I really care. I shall make Pibble art right now. Okay, good luck. By the way, I do digital art with a mouse. That's unfortunate for you. I feel your pain. I think making a comic is a good way to learn since you're forced to draw a lot of different things over and over again in different perspectives. That is true. I don't think VJ animations like using a mouse. Not gonna lie. Guys, for my first Terraria playthrough, I've done Summoner on Master Mode, and now I'm completely stuck on mech bosses. Ah, I see. Master Mode is quite difficult. I've never beat Moonlord. I'm at Moonlord in Terraria, but never done anything more. I haven't actually beaten him. Oh no, I'm still new to using a mouse. Have you ever tried animating? I have, yes. It went decently well. No, actually, it didn't. It went okay. I'm still a beginner, though. Okay, Sensei, but I do need a drawing set since I'm a beginner, or I can start with a regular pencil, like a pen. Yeah. As long as you have something that allows you to, make marks on a paper, you can start drawing, you can start learning. You've tried animating? Yes, I even did a video on it a long time ago. I couldn't imagine using a mouse. I'm still trying to learn on my pen display tablet. Nice. I shall be your sensei with animating. Is that so? Is that so? Apparently Pibble is a Frenchy dog. Drawing is so beautiful. The way people can express themselves and make something out of nothing is the coolest things. It is very, yes, very cool. Can you do Miku? I've done Miku already. I don't really have any interest in doing Miku. Although I did Teto, not Teto. I did Teto yesterday. It was fun. Can you do Gojo? I don't really want to draw Gojo, no. Since you explained how to create your own character in drawing, do you have your own character? Yeah, I mean, I draw my own characters. Yeah, I do. I already do that. All of these characters are my characters. Can you draw him, though? I think I know who's Pipple. I don't know who that is, and I don't think I'm gonna draw him. Dennis, did you like to draw Buff Tatsumaki? It was fun. I try to have fun with anything that I'm drawing, unless it's just so severely uninteresting to me that I cannot possibly have fun drawing it. What about Hancock? Is that superhero movie, or are you talking about Hancock, like Boa Hancock? Or is that her name? I don't know. Which is from, what's that thing called? One Piece, I think? Is it hard studying anatomy? Is hard studying anatomy worth it, or is the basics enough? I don't know if you mean by like learning all the muscle groups and stuff. I mean, if you just want to draw and just have fun drawing, I don't recommend it. I mean, if you want to get a deeper understanding of why you're doing the things that you're doing and how to make them look better, then yes, a deep look into anatomy is gonna benefit you a lot. I'd recommend, at least what I did. I've never done a deep dive into anatomy, so I don't think you need to. Understanding the basics is enough. Sensei, you're truly amazing. Your answers always impress me. Every word you say is new information to me. Is that true? Well, I'm glad I'm like of use. I'm glad I am of use to you. Scrolling on YouTube Shorts to find the Tetsuo drawing scared the living hell out of me, but it was nice to see that. Ah, I see. Neat. Wait, why did it scare you? I was not expecting this channel. I was not expecting this channel on my feed. Ah, I see. Tetsuo's a scary individual, to be honest. Is that true? Huh, I see. Sorry, I'm coughing. Though I'm still learning with animating nut, but I know a lot of tricks. That's nice. Have you seen Amazon using AI to do English dubs for anime? Yes, I have seen it. I've heard of it at the very least. It's really bad. Yeah, I've heard it also. It's really bad. Yeah. Do you like practicing facial expressions? They're very fun, yes. Dennis Sensei. How I become Dennis Sensei. Interesting. I can teach you about animating. Just let me know. All right. I mean, I do know about animating. I know about like the in-between. I know in-betweening. I know ease in, ease out. I know some. Yeah, I know keyframes. Like, I have the understanding of how to animate. It's just about the practice that I need. Looking at references and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's actually very fun. Like, yeah, like it is fun to like look at references and then draw them. Yes, it is in your name. BJ Animations is in your name. Also like squash and stretch. Yeah, I do have some information. Yeah, but I'm not like a pro. Not even close to being a pro. I am still a beginner. I keep forgetting to like the stream. How dare you? Is what I would say if it actually. It's fine. You don't gotta like the stream. What if I want to like the stream? Well, you could if you want. I would appreciate it. I don't get people that say not to use references as the best way to improve is to study from the people who have perfected their art. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would agree. And even more than that, how are you supposed to learn how to draw something if you don't have a reference? If you've never seen something before, there's literally no way that you can learn how to draw it. And if you have a bad memory of something, then you're not going to be able to draw it because, you know, you have a bad memory. Exactly, like the Furin meme is a perfect example of... Yeah, I mean, yeah. Of that, I agree. I keep forgetting I'm not supposed to give her ears. She's not supposed to have ears. Do you have any practice animations? And do you have any specific references when it comes to animations? Not really. I mean, when I'm doing an animation, I do like use a reference. Like I have a reference and a reference of like motion that I'm trying to do. I don't have any in particular that I'm working on right now. After all, I'm more of an illustrator right now. I'm practicing illustration than being an animator. I just think the animation is cool, so it's kind of just like a side thing that I do. If I just feel like if I don't like want to do anything in particular, I'll just do animation. But I haven't like done anything real in a long time. One key thing for animation to look good are smear frames. Yes, smear frames. Yes. Similar to like squash and stretch, but like it's like a really extreme stretch. If I start drawing anime characters, what should I begin with after drawing the head? Should I start with the mouth or the nose? Probably the nose. The nose is like the center point. You can base everything around the nose. Hello, Alan. Hello, Alan. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Alan. Smear frames are so silly. Like sometimes you get multiple limbs or eyes or whatever. Just a really, really odd thing. But I bet animators have fun with that. It is pretty fun. It's like, obviously you do have to do it with intention, but it is fun to like, yeah, just like kind of goof about and it still like looks good. Thank God I learned how to do the undo control recently because my Pibble drawing got deleted by accident. Oh, nice. It's good that you've learned. Do you have a favorite anime? My favorite anime is ReZero. That's a good choice. ReZero was my introduction to light novels. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, ReZero is fun. ReZero. Monogatari is like my second favorite. Attack on Titan is like my third favorite, and Frieren is like my fourth. Summertime Rendering is somewhere in there. Yeah. Is that the toe in the thumbnail? What? What? Sensei, I believe fate brought me here to learn from you. My favorite anime is also ReZero. Oh, neat. Neat. Perhaps? Yeah, love ReZero. ReZero is great. By the way, depends on what software you use to animate, because FlipaClip is my main thing. Krita is what I'm doing right now, but I assume most art programs that have animating or animation apps are generally the same. Yeah, I'm using Krita as well. Monogatari is insanely good. The Kizu Monogatari trilogy is my favorite trilogy. Yeah, the movies were absolutely phenomenal. Although I somehow do like I like Owari more than I like Kizu. I guess maybe just because it like feels like a finalization of like the story. Season 4 will be released soon. Yes. Isn't it like next year in January or something, like early next year? At least supposed to be in like winter. Yes, I'm excited to see how it does. Does anyone else find this guy's voice soothing? I can Teto. I call Teto Toe. Oh, okay, I see. Like a nickname. Okay. Yes, that is Teto in the thumbnail. Welcome to the stream! That intelligent dude, Tony Stark. Hello, Mr. Tony. Is that Superior Iron Man? Wait, no, is that Superior Iron Man or some, like, as your profile picture? Arc 6 of ReZero is going to be insanely good. Yes. I've been trying to avoid spoilers for like a long time. Y'all ball with Invincible? As in Invincible like the show? Like Mark Grayson Invincible or some other thing? Oh, yeah, Invincible is a good show. Sensei, can you combine the moon and the sun into one character? I mean, I haven't tried that. I might be able to, I don't know. Soaring Hands is difficult? Yes, they are. ReZero Arc 6 releases in April. Okay, well, yeah, close enough. I mean, that's a couple months ahead, yeah. I haven't completed my Pibble drawing. Oh, you have completed it. Now to send it to Discord. Nice. Drawing hands make me want to cry. What do you mean the fingers look ugly shapes? I need to make dinner tonight. We're out of food. I need to make dinner. I don't know what to make. I guess I'm gonna have to make. Oh no, we're not. No, we still have some dinner, just not a lot. Since I wasn't lying when I said you amaze me with your answers. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. For the most part, I don't have any true reason to not believe someone on the internet. Of course, that's not to say that I just take everything at face value, but I don't really doubt fully what people say on the internet, but I do leave room for doubt. Okay, I'll do brain dead for that sentence, goddamn. Wait, what sentence? It's speculated to be April 1st, since that's Subaru's birthday, but that's just speculation. Well, that makes sense, yeah. What do you mean the fingers look like ugly shapes? Who's we? You're gonna feed all 21 of us? Oh. Your art is very good, thank you. Thank you very much. Make stir fry? I actually don't know how to do that. I could look up how to do that. No, like, we have food still, I forgot. I just need to make some sort of thing to, like, we have, like, pasta. I just need to make something to go along with the pasta. Would you believe me if I said I'm Ken Kaneki and I'm tough? Yeah, I would. After all, isn't your profile picture like supposed to be some sort of ghoul? I'm Yugo, the shapeshifter, and I'm undoubtedly tough. I see. Do you listen to music? If so, who's your favorite artist? My favorite band is Millie. They do a lot of stuff for Project Moon, for Ender Lilies, for Goblin Slayer. Yeah, really cool stuff. Hello, Null. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? The mic quality seems to have degraded in order for the music to be audible. Yes, it is. I had to change software for streaming. Diavolo versus Subaru, who has it worst? I mean, apparently people say Diavola, so I'll say Diavola. Oh, is that what Diavola's name is supposed to be? Is that what he's named after? Was it supposed to be Diavolo? I think my December sketchbook is corrupted. Oh, right. I forgot you use like actual, huh? That's unfortunate. You're low-key butchering his name. Well, fair enough. I've never heard his name a day in my life. Like said, I haven't watched JoJo's. The music in Goblin Slayer was great. I'll check them out. Oh, nice. Diavolo? What is it? Diavolo or something like that? Technically has it worse since he's dying infinitely, but Subaru's character feels more human, so that's hit harder. Yeah, that's kind of what I felt. Can you draw Teto fat? I don't think I'm gonna. But, you know, it'd be like that. That's weird. Wait, what's weird? Can you draw Teto fat? What? Is it wrong to draw Teto fat? Is that a bad thing? I don't see why that would be bad. Today's sketchbook has more dynamic and tame poses compared to the usual spicy ones. That's because I'm not really using any of my like folder poses. Dennis, do you think you're good at drawing fat? Not really, no. I haven't tried. I haven't practiced it. He has his own folder for those references? No, I mean, my folder for references is, like, mostly suggestive poses. So because I'm not using the folder that I have of references, I'm just, like, those poses just aren't what I'm using for references right now. Can you draw Teto fat? Well, I do think representation is a good thing, but I generally think it's weird to say, but yeah, like, drawing chubby characters isn't really a bad thing. But why would you think it's a bad thing? Or why would you say it's weird to say? It's kind of like asking, can you draw, like, a muscular character? Or, you know, can you, like, I think, like, I mean, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you draw a character with short hair? Can you draw a character with long hair? I mean, whatever you connect it to be in your mind, like, that's, I mean, I don't know, but, like, it's not inherently weird. It's, like, the same level of weirdness. It's the same category as asking for, like, any other attribute. Yeah, I have seen lots of like chubby Teto drawings, probably from like, yeah, it seems like a plushie. Twin, I just got PTSD with fat art. I mean, fair enough, I guess. But like, I mean, because, huh? Because it's out of nowhere, I don't discriminate either. Can you draw a muscular character is weird to me? But why is it weird? Like, for what reason is it weird? I don't know. I don't think asking for, like, any specific thing is, like, weird in and of itself, because whether someone asks me to draw their favorite character, or someone asks me to draw, like a body type that they want, in the end, the person is asking me to draw something because they want to see it. Because, like, they're asking me to draw that character or that body type because it would satisfy them. And if everything is based on the person being satisfied, whether it is like fan art or something else, like, I don't know. I don't really discriminate between any of them. I don't really see a difference. Of course, I do know I'm probably like in the minority for this type of this thought process. I want to try one day to make a manga inspired by Bleach, Blame, and Girls Last Tour, but it's incredibly difficult. That's a combination for sure. Well, good luck. The general For You page is just Teto, Uma Musume, and Project Moonslop all combined. This year is insane. Yeah, it's been a lot of that, actually. Yeah, literally, actually. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Am I insane? That's just the definition of weird at this rate, but yeah. You draw Omni-Man, but his forehead is 15 pixels shorter. I don't think I'll get to draw Omni-Man. Oh, can you draw? I don't really want to. I have my own personal definition of weird. Weird can mean a lot of things. For most people, weird just means something that I dislike or something that is... So, basically, there's like two definitions of weird. Weird could be something that I dislike and I find distasteful, or weird could just be something that's outside of the norm. For the most part, that's like the broadest and most and the way that people use it. For instance, someone could be like, this is weird because for instance, drawing a character that is like fat or something is weird because I find it distasteful or I find it bad for like people to like the body type, or like I find it weird for people to have like a sexual attraction to like fat body types or something like that, or I find it distasteful, like it makes me uncomfortable, essentially is how people use weird. Or they can be like, oh yeah, I'm a weirdo because I like something that's outside of the norm. Like for instance, liking anime used to be weird because it was outside the norm. So even people who liked anime and watched anime would probably call themselves like at least a little bit weird because like outside of the norm. You know, when I say it's weird, I mean it's outside the norm. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's how everyone uses it. I mean, yeah, there are some people who use weird as not like necessarily the term for outside of the norm. They use it for like something like it just doesn't sit right with me though. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I do understand what you're saying. And to be fair, I do, so like a person who says like, I think that like fat fetish art is like weird, isn't, what was I saying? Yeah, you could like not have a problem with like fat people and also say that like I think that fat fetish art is weird. Like that is at least that argument doesn't have actually any holes in it technically, you know? One time I was walking, ordering food, and I heard Domino was selling burger slices. Fetish art scare me in general. By the way, what the hell is a fetish? So, like, because, like, just being sexually attracted to something, is that a fetish? But a fetish has to be weird, right? A fetish has to be outside of the norm. Right? Okay, have a good day. Oh, sorry, I didn't get to read you. Have a good day. I can't even. Mr. Blame. Goodbye. Yeah, so, like, if, like, okay, like, what's the difference? Okay, genuinely, what's the difference between someone liking, like, a big butt or something, and someone liking, like, a lot of fat on someone? What's the actual difference? Because it kind of just seems like both of them are, you like a physical attribute of a person. That's about it. Like, yeah, that's, like, if that's what makes a fetish, then, like, literally, then, like, anything that has any sexual, like, intentions in the artwork is, like, fetish art, in a way. Unless fetish has, like, something different. I've drank it. My throat is perfectly normal. I've drank water, because I have water. Over here. Reading Fire Punch, inscribe that name on my head. When I'm drawing a character, should I look at it continuously and draw it, or should I look at it once and try and draw it? What's better for beginner? I think you should look at it less. You should look at it, try and study it, and then try and replicate it, and only look at it when you feel unsure about something. So I think you should try your best without looking at it, but if you must, then do it. Why does someone like fat characters? That's like asking why does someone like big butts or something like that. Why do people like boobs? Like I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm not someone, like, I don't know. I can't, like, actually get into the mind of, like, another person, so I wouldn't be able to say, but, like, I would assume it's the same reason why people like butts and people like boobs and stuff like that. You know? Like, I think if you want to say that those two things are different, liking a character with a lot of fat and liking a character with, like, a big butt, if you want to say that those two things are different and one is fetish and one isn't, then you must actually, like, give a reasonable argument as to why. Because from my standpoint, I actually just can't figure out why. Sensei, this is human nature. Everyone is different. Yes, but, like, I want to actually understand why someone would call something fetish art. Rather than, like what is fetish specifically? Like, what does that mean? Because it seems to just be, I don't know, but the difference is the use in words. It's different when you like something. Fetish is when you're sexualizing something, I assume. It's why people find fetish art weird. But, like, that would mean that any sexual art is fetish art. If fetish is when you're sexualizing something, then any sexual art is fetish. Is like fetish art. I think. Which, like, if that's your definition, then sure, but, like, fetish is like vor. Yeah, so, like, I would say that wouldn't it just be that fetish is just, like, a fetish is just simply a sexual thing that is outside of the norm? And if that's, like, the case, then I don't know. Then it loses a lot of meaning. Have you ever created a furry character? No? I don't think so. Although I have drawn one, but I haven't created one. And for the most part, I'm not really interested in drawing any, like, furry characters. Fetish art puts the focus on the drawing on that specific body part that's being sexualized. For example, okay, so, like, if you have a drawing where, like, there's, like just a massive ass on the screen, then that is ass fetish art. Or if it's like there's, like, boobs on the screen, and like that's like obviously what the artist put the most time into. Then it's boob fetish art. But like, and like, and like, if that is true, then like, big thighs low angle. Thigh, yes, the thigh fetish art. Why are we talking about fetishes? Because I need to understand what people actually mean by fetishes. Because like, if fetish is just the sexual, like the focus of like sexual intent on a specific body part, then fetish doesn't really mean that much. Like, it doesn't really carry that much weight, you know? We don't complain though. But I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. And like, if whatever you find weird is just something that's outside of the norm, then it also doesn't really hold that much water, because for any given society or any given person, whatever is outside of their norm is going to be weird. But like, that doesn't speak to anything like objective or anything that's like, I don't know. I'm someone who always tries to strive for like objectivity, I suppose. I think so, because when it's a fetish art, it puts a specific focus on one thing and sexualizing it. When you're making something obscenely fat or obscenely muscular, then it's fetish art. For the purpose of sexualizing it. So it'd be like if you drew a character that's like really muscly, like as if they were like a bodybuilder, but like really exaggerated. That's not fetish art. But if you do it in a way to like, okay, I could see that. But then I think that fetish art is like that's like, then like everything is like normal. Like, I mean, but like in that case, Pyramid Head Girl is packin', by the way. Is she? Is this what we call packin' nowadays? Yeah, but like, then fetish art would just like literally be like, then fetish art is like very normal. But what people seem to mean when they say fetish art is they mean like something that's like like abnormal, or something that's like extra weird. But if it's just putting like a body part on display, or like anything on display in a sexual manner, that's like, is it what we call it nowadays? Holy hunk phrases. I feel about the people who just tuning in just hear about fetishes. Hey, this is a very, you know, maybe it'll help someone figure out what they actually think about some stuff. Or maybe it just disturbs them. Either way, I do philosophy. This is my thing. Can you draw Anya? I don't really want to draw her. Hello, Toko, though. Welcome to the stream. Drawing a child is very abnormal. So like, if you draw like your sister or something like that, I don't think that's abnormal. I don't think the phrase drawing a child is very abnormal is a correct phrase. Because I think it's very normal to want to like draw people. You know? Like, I've drawn my brother before. I wouldn't say that that's very abnormal. And like, yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. Des is never showing his face because he knows his community will draw him as a femboy. Is that how it works? You included? Oh. Yeah, but wait, if you draw me as a femboy, then it's no longer me. It's like a femboy. Like you know, it's like it's not me anymore. When does a person stop being a person? What makes a person a person? Like, to be honest, I don't think people actually consider their body like that person, you know? Like, for instance, if you lose your arm, you don't say, like, if you lose your arm, you're still you. And if you lose, like, your body, then, if you, like, only have your head, hypothetically, and that could stay alive, like, that's still you. So then, if you lose, like, your face, that's still you, and your skull, that's still you. So, are you your brain? Or mind, perhaps? I guess a person would say that their mind is them. But then, if you draw someone, are you actually drawing that person or just their body? And then, if you draw their body in that, like, if you draw their body, you only ever draw the likeness of a person. You never actually draw the person themselves. So, I don't think it'd actually be a real problem if, like, even if I were bothered by, like, people drawing me as a femboy, I don't think I would ever actually consider them drawing me, because, like, it's not me in the first place. It would be you, but just not the real depiction of you. Just your appearance of a hypothetical case. That's fair enough. They stop being a person when they lose their original mentality and will. So, someone with amnesia ceases to be themselves. They're no longer themselves. They're not like but, like, they're a person, for sure. Like, I mean, that is, like, the person. Like, I think a person with amnesia is still, like, that person. You can say, like, in a poetic sense, like, they've lost a part of themselves. But I think, like, at some level, like, you would still consider them still themselves, in a way. Perhaps if they've lost all their memory and their personality, like, does a 180 and they're, like, nothing. There's, like, literally nothing that connects them. I don't know. Okay, so, like, here's an example. Let's say you have yourself, like, so you have you. This is you. This is your arch nemesis. He has a top hat. Arch enemy. Let's say, hypothetically, you want to, so, like, and this is hypothetical. If you, like, one of these, okay, you're going to torture your arch nemesis because you want them to feel a lot of pain. Hypothetically, if someone were to, like, take your mind, put it into your arch nemesis, and then give you the memories of your arch nemesis, right? So you think that you're the arch nemesis, and then take the mind of the arch nemesis and put it into your body, and so now your arch nemesis thinks that they're you, and you think that you're your arch nemesis. Which body do you want to be tortured? Do you want the you that thinks that that has all the memories of the arch nemesis, or do you want it to be your arch nemesis that thinks it's you and has all your memories? I guess they're still not a hollow body, since they do have some remains of their memories in their mind. They're the same biologically, or are there some changes with people with amnesia? Biologically, like, there is something that happens to the brain with amnesia and dementia, stuff like that. Basically, if you were to be mind swapped and think that you were the other person, do you want your original body to be tortured, or the body that you're currently in? What do you consider you? Because remember, you believe that you're your arch nemesis. In fact, for all intents and purposes, you have transformed into your arch nemesis. You have their same memories and their same feelings. You believe that they're them. Which one are you gonna do? If you can change the minds and go back to the normal body, no. For the moment of being tortured, like, you feel the pain, and then it's not like the body feeling pain. It's just like the mind. Like, you experience the pain. What body? Do you want the person who thinks that it is null to experience the pain? Or do you want the person who thinks, do you want, like, the null that thinks it's null's arch nemesis, if that makes sense? I'm just saying, like, an instant of pain, the pain is, like, gone after, like, a second. It's hello, double Lee. How about hello, Lee? Welcome to the stream. W, you're watching Mr. Singular yap about what it means to be a person. Using me for a tortured example. I'm giving you like a better, yeah. You choose the arch nemesis body. So the body that you're in already, so like, because you're in the arch nemesis body, you think that you're the arch nemesis. You will feel pain in that moment because for all intents and purposes. So basically, you are not your mind. So to you, Nolly, you are not your mind. You are your memories. So as long as, so basically, it's like this. If you if you have someone. So take the worst person you can imagine. Let's say you bring someone, you like create a body, you implant the memories of the worst person you can imagine into that body, and then you punish that person who's not actually the original person who did those crimes, but they think that they're original person. They think that they are the original person who like did these crimes. You would punish the person who has not actually done those crimes, but thinks that they have done those crimes. Like, and believes that they did, right? It's amazing how most of us are lowercase sillies. Hello, Elias. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? My brain is fuming trying to keep up with this conversation. Let's say we get Joseph Stalin. We get his memories. We put him in a body. Like, so we have someone we have a person who thinks that they are Joseph Stalin. They did not do the atrocities that he has actually done. Do you think, like, would you punish this person who thinks that they are the person who's done the crime? Or would you not? Well, there were two mentions. I'm saying, you know? I'm just saying. Should you start with a quick line or a detailed line? I think you should master the art of being simple first, and then as you get better at being simple, get more. Yeah, start off simple, and then as you become more proficient in the simplicity, you can move on to more and more detailed stuff. Yeah. So all I was saying is, if we have, why would this person say that they are Joseph Stalin if they don't want to? No. I'm saying, imagine you have a person who genuinely believes that they are Joseph Stalin, and they genuinely believe that they've committed the crimes that Joseph Stalin has done, and they really do. But like, do you punish that person who thinks that they did the crimes and has the same ideology as the person who's done the crimes, even though they have not actually done anything? They just think that they did. Also, don't start with chibi drawings for this is a number. It's pretty bad for anatomy. I'm trying to understand what you think a person, like what constitutes a person? Is it their actions? Is it their mind? Is it like a combination of the two? Is it their body? So they literally they think that they are the mind. Like, they don't, I would say that they have the memories. If you want to say that, like, so it's not like you have the soul, or like, it's not like you take like the soul of Joseph Stalin and you put in like someone else. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you just have the memory. You have a person who thinks that they are Joseph Stalin. And maybe for you, like, those are one and the same. And if you do think that it's one and the same, then I guess you would punish that person. But it's not their fault if they got his memories. Right. So you wouldn't punish them. Were they always like that, or were there their own being prior? Let's imagine that this new person is this like a new person. For whatever, you have like a machine that can like spawn a human that thinks they are that thinks they are this like horrible person. No, because that's generally why did the conversation go from fetish art to Mr. Singular asking about a person with memories of Joseph Stalin? I'm trying to figure out what you actually do. I'm trying to figure out what you think the person is. We should treat this person as someone with a mental issue, I think. Right, so you wouldn't punish them. So, okay. You wouldn't punish them even if they do think that, like, they've done that. Scroll up for my response. I guess I didn't see that. I wouldn't. I would let them walk around freely. Oh, you wouldn't, but you wouldn't let them walk around freely. Fair enough. Also, let's see. Crazy pick. Yes, exactly. Well, your answer was you thought that you think that people are their memories, essentially. Fair enough. There's a dentist. Is that drawing in the middle? Oh, that drawing in the middle is looking really cool. This one? Thank you. Yeah, no, I just wanted to see. I just wanted to know. Oh, never mind. Your comment got deleted. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. This is crazy, bro. By the way, what is bro? Like, what is VWR? What does that actually mean? If you destroyed everything in existence and then proceeded to clone it, to the minute detail, how would you feel knowing that those things and people aren't the same from prior? How would I feel? If the original is gone and all I have is something that is exactly identical to the original, I would just simply treat it as the original. If something is indistinguishable from the original, then they're essentially the original. When it comes to a person, I think that's different. But, oh, well, I guess it's people, but assuming you clone, like, the world's history and stuff like that, you know, that's, like, something, but, like, I don't know. You have to give in general, I wouldn't, like, actually mind. It wouldn't, like, matter to me in any deep way. Yeah, I think if they do think that they've done that, they didn't. It's like if someone has gone crazy, and thought that they were Space Hitler in another life, we shouldn't punish them for that. Right, I mean, that makes sense, yeah. My answer is basically the same. Is basically, if they have the same mentality and ideology of the original guy, and the same plans for dictatorship and stuff, then yes, I do the punishment. So, well, so you think, so someone should be punished for the intention. So someone should be punished for the intention to commit the crime, or maybe not the the intent is like the intention. Is that like the right way to say it? The idea, basically, the person should be punished for the idea of like wanting to do that. That's, would you draw World War stuff? Not really. He's never been to the internet until now. Clone everything in existence, including the people and etc. Yeah, like if it's exactly identical, then it's the same to me. To me, it would be the same. So like the reason why I wouldn't punish this person who like has the memories of like Stalin or something like that, but thinks that they are Stalin, is because I think that to punish someone, you both need the ideas and the actions. Basically, the person would be incomplete. I would say. I think that a person is like a mix of their actions and ideas. So, I mean, yeah. So I think it would be wrong to punish someone for their ideas if they haven't committed any actions, if that makes sense. Although, of course, there are some edge cases. I think. Maybe. Is there edge cases? I don't know. I feel like there are. Basically, one example of it would be Neona. You know, the rest. People should be punished for having that the ideology of previous monster leaders. I don't know what Neona is. Oh, right. Okay, I do understand what that is. I was like, wait, what's that? Right. I don't actually necessarily know what that really means. Is it just like... Yeah, I don't actually know, because like it's not justice, because like it's Neo, so I don't know what the Neo part of it actually entails. I'd have to actually look into that. I probably feel agitated by the fact that the original for a while, but after a while I'd probably forget and adapt. Yeah. You won't believe this, but I'm a cat who learned to type on this glowing box. For real? What was it like to use a litter box? Sensei, should I start aka modern? Like you... Like, has it changed at all? Like, has the ideology changed? Oh, whatever. Hello, Hunted. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Me being the art of rage baiting chat. Unbelievable. How's the weather and the grind going? The same. It's pretty good. How's your day going? Should I start with quick line drawing or detailed drawing? Start with quick line drawing, I suppose. And how long will it take to learn the basics if you're learning daily or almost daily? Well, I don't know. It's different for every single person. It depends on if the way that you're training and practicing works for you. If it works for you, then you'll learn quickly. If it doesn't work for you, then you won't learn quickly. So you should try out, basically try out different methods. I don't think you shouldn't be afraid of spending a lot of time learning, because eventually it will be worth it. It will be worth it, because eventually you're going to find the way that works well for you. So, try both ways, see which one works better for you. My day is mediocre, I suppose. We wrapping up. I see. Neo implies that the original idea or term remains the same with the roots. Except it may receive some changes or tweaks. Right. So, okay. So, there's dangerous ideologies. People with these dangerous ideologies should be punished, even if they haven't committed any crimes or done anything in particular. I don't know. I don't think I'd agree with that. I mean, I could think that, whatever this person has in their mind is, as distasteful as I want. I can, think that it's distasteful. I can think that it's, bad. But I can't actually... It doesn't feel right to take real action against this person because, I mean, in the end, it's just an idea. 3 hours and Art of Messiah finally ending stream in a few minutes. Yes, actually, that's probably true. Hello, Venus. Welcome back. Oh, yes, hello. You're back again. Yes, you are. I am Pibble, a king once said. How many Pibbles can be here? Oh, by the way, you were on my YouTube recap top 1 art channel. Oh, thank you. I say thank you. Is that a thing to thank? Yeah, I guess I'm glad that you like my stuff enough to be number 1. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. The roll's too small for too many Pibbles. My dad brought a honeycomb. I've never tasted it, chat. It's very sweet. Hello, Coagumation. Wazza. Hello. How's your day? No, bet nobody can guess my fandom, even if y'all tried. Probably not. I had Dennis on my YouTube wrapped up. My YouTube wrapped as well. Nice. I don't think Singularity knows what dim means. I think I do, but maybe not. He knows what plum means. What is wrong with you guys? How do I know the features are suitable for the character I want to draw? There's not really any such thing as features that are suitable for a character. If you think that the character is suitable for... Yeah, I mean, characters don't have a right or wrong. There's no, right or wrong in character design. It's if you like the character design, then you like it. If it feels good to you, then that's what's right in character design. This is supposed to be a freaky thing. Well, yeah. Dennis, Denji, have you drawn Makima? Well, first of all, I'm not Denji. Have I drawn Makima though? Yes, I have. It's a male thing. It is, Dick. That is true. A character can be a black Jewish man. Anything is possible in art. Yeah, that's why it's fiction. He's not Denji, he's Aki. That's... maybe. Fellow Himeno enjoyer. A friend, as my great friend once said, I am Pibble, wash my dick. Bro, what? What? But why? Trying to figure out what Unk is scheming with that sketch. It is quite... Yeah, it's quite difficult. Also, what's today's page team? Page team? What the hell is the team? What's today's page theme? Don't have one. I found them at FP. What is that? Something paper education or something like that, or fundamental something paper. It's probably fundamental paper education. I think that's what it is. It's the one with Miss the wolf girl with the floating head. Do you draw Makima on a high angle or low angle? Pick your words carefully. I'm pretty sure it's actually a high angle, but I drew her a long time ago. It's not like the best drawing. Today's theme is anatomy of hot gals. I don't think so. This is a guy. FPE still exists. I thought it stopped being relevant. Maybe. Correct answer. Good job. You know, just for that, maybe I'll draw her for a low angle, since you seem to not want me to draw her in a low angle. Maybe I'll draw Makima just for the fun. Alright, that's a femboy. You blind? Still a guy though, you know. Still not a girl, you know. A femboy's still a boy. So by definition, I'm still correct. Just for fun? Yeah, we know. You just want to have an excuse to draw a butt. It's spite, you know. Watch your toes and your art talent. I will. Rage baiting of singularity. Dennis, do you like Ghibli? I have never watched any of their movies, so no. I mean, I don't have a reason to dislike them. Like Studio Ghibli? I assume he was talking about that. And tomorrow's theme should be Pibble. I don't have a theme. I don't have a theme. God damn it. I'll play Cult of the Lamb. Alright, have a good day. This believes that all themes are accidents? Yes. I guess this foot is going off. This leg is going off the page. Don't ever mention Forsaken here, buddy. Huh? Because 7, 8, 9. Sensei? L or Yagami? You know, I like Light as a character, so I'd have to pick Light Yagami, even though I haven't watched Death Note. Aw, damn it, you said it before me. But I guess so. Sensei? Kira or Light? Isn't it? You know, Light is a more interesting name, so I'll pick Light. Unca Singularity. Fun fact, Dennis has a thing for Astolfo. Sources, I made that the fuck up. I made it the fuck up. It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta make up some misinformation. Tenspeakon Sensei is not on my holiday bingo list. Oh, better than Father. What do you guys even do at the end of the streams? Well, I end the stream, and then everyone, like, leaves, I think. But, you know, maybe people don't leave. Actually, there are some people who stay. Inexplicably. Inexplicably. What is up with me? I have no idea. Bro, fuck art school? Rip. Please open the song. Can you please open the song? Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry. I have a few extra Roblox, and so I do happen to have a few references for Joe. No, I'm going to end the stream. Don't do that. You're just going to be wasting your Robux. I went art school, and I thought it would be more fun. Yeah, the reason I didn't do art school is because I thought it would not be fun at all. I'm bribing you to draw more? Isn't that a good incentive? Nah. Because I'm gonna end the stream, so don't do it. I come from the future. The bribe will not work. Trust. On cast to eat. I am gonna eat actually, yeah. I'm going to eat and it will be delicious. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. That's the funny thing. Are you sure it's gonna be delicious? What if it's stale bread and jam? I've never had stale bread. But, you know, maybe stale bread would taste good. I don't know. How does stale bread it wouldn't it just be like hard bread? Like I've had stale chips. I've never had stale bread. Yeah, how does why does bread get stale? Because of the exposure to the air, and the moisture in the air makes the bread, like, change chemically. So, yeah, I've never had stale bread. I'm sure it tastes fine. Try stale bread, it's good for digestion, is that true? I thought you were drawing 3 hands connected to one shoulder. No. I'm not. Alrighty. Alright, I believe, and I have some faith that the stream is over. I've moved all my pencils to this cup. It's a Wells Fargo cup. Goodbye, Dennis. Goodbye, Rapdog. Have a good day. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. That pose looks good. Thank you. Why don't you do an event like rating people's Roblox avatars? Q&A? Profile picture rating? Well, I could do a Q&A, although I don't really have any interest in rating people's Roblox avatars or really their profile pictures. A big pose, by the way. Thank you. I do kind of need to. I want to make it better, but I'll do that later. Thank you guys for coming to this stream. I'll see you guys later.